I need a
and
beer.
and we are live.
99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. You take
Hold on, I hear some
49.
echo.
Echo, echo. Not me. It's
You
on
guys hear the
urine,
echo?
urine. Hojo. Click, click, click,
Who's,
click, 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 click.
who's not doing their job today?
Yob.
Oh shit! You
Shit,
know,
shit, shit, shit,
I got
shit.
this new tank here,
Tank.
and I don't like it at all.
At all.
All right,
I'm,
back,
pra- I'm
Christy.
practicing my
Thumbs up.
ventriloquism. How good am I doing? Can you see my mouth moving?
NBL, Google. Yeah, I'm on board. I took a day off last Sunday. Simon, Google, Russ.
There's that echo
Sent you
again.
the link, my brother. If you want to hop on, Hojo.
Good evening, Echo Twins. What's up, Mr. Wepner? Good
What's
evening,
up,
Jeff.
Judge?
I'm hearing the echo.
Is there an echo again?
Not me.
I'm hearing an echo, mother effer. All right.
So what? So you were on um Tommy's live. You said, and what? So there was echo on his live, or was it because you were on his live? Or
First, it was me for sure, and then I
okay,
adjusted the volume or whatever. Simon
right.
said I had to raise up my volume. I don't know. How does it sound to you guys in the chat? We need to raise up our volume. I fixed my end, and then Scotty got on there. Um,
On
also
Tommy's
echo.
panel.
I'm started echoing. Yeah, it was just crazy back and forth stuff.
All of Tommy's. Okay, so y'all were up on his panel then.
Well, yeah, he invited. Okay,
Okay.
Chrissy says it sounds good.
Okay. Simon just
Rick
gave a thumbs up.
sounds 100%. ¿Sabes por qué? Because somos los chingones, bro. Sounds good here for sure.
See,
Um, Simon. Yeah, we were all echoing. It was weird. It's never happened to me before on anybody's platform. So, but it was cool. I got to talk to Tommy. I haven't seen Tommy in a bit.
I've never been on his lives or anything, but I tell you what, man, to change the subject because it just popped in my head again. My wife's car. I'm so glad I got that thing fixed. What's up,
So,
CJ?
TJ, yeah, Tommy gave me one of my biggest shout outs when I first started my channel way
Right,
back then, 2 years ago. He got me
right,
35 subs, like that on his live. So
right.
did Rick. Joe. There was a lot of you guys. Even CJ when we did that. What do you call it? The collab. So some host YouTuber don't know how to rub live streams.
Some hot shot.
Yeah. So payback. Just pay back the love that I
Yeah,
received.
yeah. No, I didn't even know he even did that. As far as letting
Yeah,
people up
Tommy
on
did.
his
Yeah,
live.
he gave me a big shout out. Rick gave me a big shout out too. When I first started coming into the community as a barbecue guy, I didn't know shit. I didn't know jack. But we all give love to each other.
Right,
Eventually.
right.
Yeah.
Then we had people like CJ from Mom and Papa Joe came on our panels.
Yeah.
Alton came on our panels. Smoky Joe came on our panels. Russ came on our panels. Trying
Yeah.
to think who else. I'm sure I'm missing somebody.
I'm sure.
I'll get a phone call at 3 o'clock in the morning. Son of a bitch, you didn't mention me. Tom Garvey, that was another one. What's up, Mike?
So Mike, oh yeah, Tom Garvey for sure. One big giant community for sure.
Then we got our regulars start coming up. Some of them start getting a little scared.
Not found it yet.
Chubb was on our panel, yes. Yeah, he came on our panel one time.
I had left that night, but you had told me that he was on the panel. I watched it, but I didn't stick around. I had a job to go to the following day. So any cooking? Anybody?
Man, I had it all figured out today. I was all ready. I got that phone call and broke down on the side of the road, and I said, "Son of a bitch."
How about what are you guys cooking for Easter Sunday? That should be the question. What What are you guys cooking for Easter Sunday? What are you making, Lance?
I'm making something with ribs, pork ribs.
You know, that rings a bell. That rings a bell. Me too. Shit. I forgot
I'm
about that.
making
Me too.
something with pork ribs.
Me too. Actually, I got a video. What's up, Russ?
What's up,
I got a
Russ?
video coming out. Hopefully, I can finish editing today and release it tomorrow morning or something. But I got another rib video coming up. But
Did you?
April 1st or 2nd, I'll be releasing that.
I'm hoping
Let's
to find
see.
some lamb, George.
Oh, for Easter, huh?
Yeah,
I gotta try lamb again. I tried lamb twice and I just couldn't eat it. But I need to try it again. Maybe
do a
no one
smoked
cooks
pulled
rabbit
lamb.
on Easter.
Oh, look at Hojo.
If
Do
I
a
could find it,
smoked.
I would. I love rabbit.
What's up, Dutch?
Doing
Hojo,
smoked
smoked
pulled
pulled
lamb
lamb
shoulder.
shoulder. Damn.
Damn. What time's dinner? Where do you live? No play.
Mediterranean. What makes the rice Mediterranean? Do tell. I can get into some rices. I can't get into all rices. Is it like a
Quinoa
a mango sauce? Panchuco.
Pato Locos. What's up, Panchuco? What are you making for Easter Sunday, Russ?
Nothing planned.
Yeah.
You know, my wife is normally working on Sundays, so ain't nothing planned.
Yeah.
Not a special cook or anything. Sandwich. Bologna sandwich. Yeah, I'm doing some ribs, and then doing some ribs for the BFF. Then I'm gonna do some carne ranchera for my fam. La Onda.
When is Easter?
Next weekend.
Sunday?
Oh, next week. No, I definitely am not doing nothing for Easter.
La Onda don't do dishes.
I got that new crawfish pot, and I thought about just doing a review on the pot because crawfish. We went to a little bar within walking distance of me yesterday, me and some of my buddies, and they had all you could eat crawfish for $20 a head with the sides and everything. And man, they were so small. Whoever cooked them did a good job because it's hard to cook
really
small crawfish without them getting mushy.
It's like cooking a small shrimp. Same difference. Up, go again.
Yeah, they turn into mush, but they were spiced good. They were good. They must have been watching my videos. Is the only thing I could figure.
Man,
that was a joke. Laugh, damn it.
I wanted to I've been wanting to do some breakfast sausage links. I'm down to about 3 or 4 more packs in the freezers. That gives me about 8 to 10 more links, and I'm out, flat out.
Cracking.
But I was watching these recipes. Dude, I don't know what to believe it or not. So I'm going to throw it on the panel here and in the chat. So to substitute water, so they'll take their seasonings and they'll float the seasonings in beer. Then
for what dish?
Breakfast sausage links.
Oh.
Then they'll pour that beer, seasoned beer, into the meat as they're mixing it.
I've done that before. I did my alligator sausage with beer. You gotta be careful though. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Beer is actually acidic. You know, you don't want to use too much.
Yeah,
it'll ruin the texture of it.
Yeah, but I didn't know what it would do to it. My wife used to boil country style ribs in beer before they got seasoned and sauced and went into the oven.
Yeah, it'll tenderize them.
I thought they were good, but I mean, I just can't. 2 recipes, both called your favorite beer. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I like cooking with beer, but
The jam.
my first wife had a one recipe that she could cook and cook very well. She called it beef and beer, and you could take any tough cut beef and cook it down in that beer, and it ended up making like its own gravy, and you serve it over rice. It was really good, but that meat was just as tender as it could be, and it didn't have to cook long. That beer helped it out a lot, you know.
Well, it's
But
supposed to be a tenderizer too. But I
yeah,
remember hearing from years back, but I just didn't know what that would do. As far as the links.
well, that's my point. I would never use straight beer in a sausage, but I guess
Yeah,
people do. To me,
yeah,
it would change the texture too much.
yeah.
But
And then the other thing you had in there was I ought to pull the damn recipe out. Arnis was one of the seasonings.
anise,
Anise, something like that. Arnis.
That's powerful seasoning right there. A little goes a long ways. I
I
use
use
7 Up
7 Up.
in my sausage.
panchuco.
You need to stop dipping your sausage in your 7 Up.
Panchuco had a question for me earlier about my Vivor warming oven. No, I have not used it yet because I haven't really done any barbecue since I got it. But I want to do a brisket or at least some pork butts, and I'll definitely be trying it out. Rather have a whole brisket, but man, I'm so freaking high right now.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I'll never recover the money. I can, but it'll take forever. You know.
What's up, brother Steven? Scotty. Scotty says uses flat beer as beer brats, but
What's up, Steven?
this was clearly a beer, not a breakfast sausage, and I just couldn't get my head wrapped around. I found 2 recipes that actually both called for beer being in there. I was like, really?
Yeah, I've used beer in my sausage, but it ain't much of it. You know, it's not floating in it. But that's nothing new. People's been doing that for years, but for the most part,
Speaking of beer, there's 2
yeah.
people in the chat right now that inspired one of my cooks coming up. But I just put that teaser out there to make y'all wonder what in the hell is he doing and who's in the chat that's inspiring his cook. That's coming up. I'm
But you
getting back.
know, a lot of them German brats are real coarse too. But if you want a really good, like a more emulsified texture, I would never put beer in there. But if you got a rough, coarse grind to begin with, yeah, you could get away with it easy. It's
Yeah.
because you're already gonna have a different texture.
What's up, Tom? Well, he actually did say
What's
that
up, Tom?
too. Both recipes did say, well, one said fine to medium, the other one said medium only.
Mm-hmm.
A coarse grind, like a coarse grind.
Yeah.
I need to get an alcoholic adult beverage.
What I do is like I've made some German brats and I'll squirt beer on it as it's cooking. It'll stop it from rupturing, and plus it gets that beer flavor on the casings. You know.
When I was camping, I made this dish that everybody went ape shits over, and I took a brat, well, more than just one brat, but I took a pan of brats, stick of butter, rotisserie seasoning, the powder, the shake, the seasoning, and a can of beer, onions, and green peppers, and I boiled that stuff till the peppers were soft. And then I'd put them out on a plate, and I put a lot because I love green peppers and onions, so it was piled up. And man, I had a guy call me probably 5, 6, 7 years after we stopped camping. He wanted to know if I had that recipe for those that I did when we went camping. It was good, man. Damn, it was good. That rotisserie season on a beer brat, it does something to that brat.
Yeah.
Your beer brands. I got a bottle of Drunken Chef SPG. Can't wait to try it out on some wings. Yeah, Drunken Chef rub is pretty damn good. You just wish the bottles were a little bit bigger, but it's pretty good stuff.
Man, it was cold out here last night.
Oh, much better. Son of a bee.
What's up, Des?
What's up, hermana?
So is Eddie's
Hey, Des.
cook-off finished yet? I watched just about the whole thing yesterday. Work.
Yep. That pollo sucks. The one I bought with the money.
Or did the judging happen today, maybe?
What's up, Troy B?
Troy V, what's up?
What's up, Troy?
What hat you got on? He still got that damn RXTX hat on his head.
Who's DD?
Daddy
Was
Dutch.
DD alive? Oh, Daddy Dutch.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, Devil Dog. He was live yesterday. Got 2 hours. Actually, over 2 hours.
Huh.
Yeah, Devil Dog. Yeah, he
Yes.
he sounded rough. He was all congested. Talk about how he slept out in the cold. And then he was actually interviewing that other guy. I can't think of the guy. Is it the one that partnered up with them and they won? He won a competition last year. Can't remember what they call the guy now. Claiming 65. I think he's the one with the most experience in the competition cooking.
Can't is double D.
Lance, move the bag of nuts away from your mic. That's Russ.
Sorry.
But I will say, Mama fixed me up today. Got a fresh new bag.
Nice. What does the bag last you, Lance?
Truck. Almost 2 weeks. It's 2 pounds.
Nice.
I put some in here. I put my gator shake in there, shake them around. Man, they're so good. Truck. Is that it? Truck?
Croc.
T-Rock.
T-Rock.
That's right. T-Rock. He was doing an interview on him. That was pretty interesting. It was a pretty good interview, actually.
You guys want to see my $100 beanie?
Yeah. Okay. Of course, Des is
The most expensive beanie I've ever bought in my life.
Miss
I'm gonna
Eddie,
frame it.
I was swapping mics when you did that. Let me see.
Paid $100 for this beanie right here.
$100. Oh, that's what that auction or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't get 20 for him. He gives $100 for him.
Oh, you're welcome, sis. No problemo. I was trying to go for the knife, but I got home from work late, and I was trying to go for the knife and the seasonings. But
Zach got the sheath in. He said the sheaths are real nice.
yeah. Who's T-Rock?
That is so Devil Dog is doing competition cooks now. They got a trailer prepared.
Oh, nice.
They've got some of their backyard cookers they put on a trailer. T-Rock has done comp cooks before, and so has Eddie, but I think T-Rock probably has the most experience of any of them. So they sort of kind of partner up 4 veterans, and they're called Veterans Vittles, is what they call their cooking team. And as a team, I believe this was the first, their first competition together.
Oh, I see. What happened to Apple? Did he shave his chest or what?
But
Did you sniff it? No, not yet.
but it's moving with Apple's chest. They're always giving him a hard time, including me. I've given him a hard time too.
Doesn't smell.
When he comes on a live, he's never wearing the shirt during winter and everything.
Yeah.
He don't wear shirts.
Right.
And, let's just say he's got the hairy body.
Well, Apple's chest there. You guys are too much.
So Russ, I saw a picture of you and 3 other guys. Who was the short guy?
That was me. They tower over me, dude.
I had to get that in. I was like, damn, these dudes must be tall.
I was kind of in the back, so that one closest, he's not really much taller than me, but he was probably 3 foot ahead of me. It was just, you know how cameras do.
Right, angled.
That
yeah.
one big dude, that was Jim. He's massive. Then Robert's probably 6 foot, 6'1"
Yeah.
maybe. But yeah, here I am I used to be 5'8". Now I'm like 5'6.5". That's what
how does someone shrink? We get
your bones and joints. You literally shrink the older you get.
I've heard that
Shit.
before.
Oh, it's a fact. My dad was 6 foot tall all my life. And about a year or so before he died, man, my eyes were looking down at him. He was shorter than me. So much height he lost. But he was damn near 90 too, you know.
Yeah.
And he wasn't humped over. I mean, he stood up straight. He just, gravity's hell, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Everything goes south eventually. If you got a big old belly or whatever, man, everything wants to go south.
And it does.
Des
Have I already
says
shrunk
she shrunk
3/4 of an inch? It's
Mom
raining
was
over there,
5'6".
NBL. Yeah, it rained over here a little while ago.
Yeah, Mom was 5'6", and she's almost 5'4" now. Simon's mom.
My mom was
Shit.
6'2". Holy crap, she was tall for a woman.
I hope I don't get shorter. I'm 6'1".
Well, you will, but it'd be another 30 years probably, you know.
I turned 50 in 3 weeks. So
You'll
Well,
not too far away from that.
another year, maybe you'll start shrinking. then.
Yeah, you'll start shrinking in the next decade probably.
Shit.
But no, I was 5'8" when I was 18 or 19. I remember going to the Air Force recruiter and they swung that thing over my head, me standing on the scales, 5'8", like that. And they did the same thing at the hospital before I did surgery. 5'6.5". I look, you sure? I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay.
Shit.
And Derek's shorter than me, you know, and it's like, geez,
Being tall.
he ain't short by much. I done caught up to him. I think when he topped out, he was 5'6.5", so we're about the same height now. Now my other son, Chad, he's like 6'1". My 2 brothers were 6 foot. Used to be. I don't know what they are now.
Damn, Troy, you're 6'4", huh? You're a tall man.
Yeah, I had an uncle at 6'11". Damn.
I worked for a guy at the shipyard. He was my boss, but I was his work leader, man, over the crew. And he was 6'7". I mean, he was tall. Some people, I never called him that to get pissed off, but a lot of people called him step ladder. You know, he was so tall.
My son's up there. He's 6'9", close to 7. Every time he
Holy
walks in the
crap.
door, he has to duck down.
Does
My
he
son
play
is really
basketball?
tall. No,
Is it-
no.
He missed his calling. Dang.
Yeah, no basketball, but he's very tall. I have to look up to him. You know what I mean? It's like he's way up there.
Yeah, I lost 1.5 inches, so I don't know what the average is. 1.5 to 3 inches, I reckon, depending on the person.
Yeah.
You definitely lose it.
My brother-in-law 6'8". He has to duck down in doorways. Yeah, my son
Yeah.
the same way. Same way.
Yeah, that's tall. All that's tall.
I've got a sister that was 4'10" when she was a teenager or an adult. I don't know what she is now. 4'10". She almost qualified as a midget. Oh, that's right. We can't say that word on here.
Hey, my mom is the same. She's so short. I was like, Mom, what happened?
Well, we got a lot of
getting shorter and shorter.
We got Dutch, Pennsylvania Dutch, or something. My mom told me. I had a great grandmother that was the same height as my sister. She was like 4 foot something. You know, that's where we get that genetics. Some of us are tall, some of us not so much, and I got the not so much in.
Vertically challenged.
But you know, you got to give up something to get a big pecker. So you know, it works out.
Oh, there's that word. Where's Des at? That just dawned on me. There's that word, Des.
What word?
Pecker.
Pecker? What do you pecker?
7. Oh,
What's
wait.
up, Anthony?
I'm 7
I'm
foot.
7
Oh wait,
foot.
Chad, I'm 6'4". That's still tall though.
What's up, Anthony?
6 foot.
Yeah, Anthony's tall. I got to
Yeah.
meet him, I don't know, a year ago. Yeah, he's a tall guy.
Oh,
for
that's
sure.
right. You went to a cook-off, steak cook-off or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was there for a little bit. But yeah, he's tall.
Oh man, I'm still feeling it from yesterday. Holy crap! That's the first bar I've been into in probably I don't know how many years.
Yeah, it's
Get
been a
tore
while for
up.
me.
Huh?
Got tore up.
Not really. I mean, I might have
Four.
drank 4 beers while we were there. We were only there for like 3 hours, but then I come home and I'm sitting there watching all kind of videos on YouTube, drinking beer. I didn't go to bed at 2 o'clock. I never quit drinking once I got home. That's the reason I feel like shit. It wasn't from there. But everybody in that bar was older, man. Like, damn.
You fell out of place?
I could actually feel at home in that place, but I'm like, all right, hell no, I ain't going down that road again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if I go to a bar or something, I don't know how to act. I get irresponsible. I guess it's just the atmosphere and that, people like, do a shot. Come on, man, you can do it. Drink. Next thing you know, you're falling off the stool.
Yeah.
You have your pants off. You wake up with your pants off again.
That place was packed out because, like I said, they cooked all these crawfish, but when we went into the bar, we brought our crawfish in there and ordered some beers. And I'm looking around the bar, and there was probably 4 women older than I am sitting there. They turn around and look at our table every now and like, oh, geez. And then Tarina, I told her to pop in there when she got off work. She popped in there for a little while, and sit down with us. She was there actually almost the whole time we were. We might have stayed an extra hour after she left. But it was fun. It was good hanging out with them guys.
Yeah. So it was a good night to get a gummy, huh?
No. A gummy? No, I don't think so. Come here, baby.
Yeah. Well, Anthony from a night drinking, he tells his wife, honey, I need to get a new belt. Tell him I go to drink. My pants fall down.
You want to tell that story for people that don't know, Lance?
Yeah, I woke up drunk one night, my pants around my ankles. That's all I can tell you.
I guess it kind of blew my mind that many people are in there at that age. It's like, Lord, I thought by the time you get that age, you know better, but obviously not. Like I said, I haven't been in a bar. I can't tell you the last time, man. It's been years and
It's
years.
been a long time since I've been to a bar. I couldn't tell you either.
Oh, I used to live in them, man. When I got my first divorce, holy crap, about a 3-year binge there, man. And finally I got over it, wised up.
In the van. Yeah, in the van, NBL. I think he was camping or something, right?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, it cracks me up every time.
I haven't touched Fireball since.
All of it was Fireball. That's right.
We got some in the freezer. Every time I open, I see that bottle of Fireball
man.
towards the back. Trina buys it stuff. She don't even hardly drink. She drank water at that bar, and but when people come over, like a friend of hers, whatever, they'll bust out something. And you'll have a drink or two. That's
Yeah.
why she buys it.
That
Oh,
Fireball,
But they
man.
didn't- It's not
It
very
hurt.
often. Yeah, that stuff make me sick, man. If I drink more than one, it's too sweet, too everything.
no camping with Lance from now on. Oh shit.
Can't move his buddies. Yeah, that tore me up. I mean, I would just, I don't know. It's like you don't know that you don't know how bad it's going to hit until it hits.
Yeah.
You know, it's that cinnamon and all that. And so that's why it's all warm, all this cinnamon. Next thing you know, it's like, damn, that chick's got a twin.
I tell you what, one of the best seafood restaurants we had on this coast used to be at a golf course right down the road from a house that I bought. Actually, I was married to another woman. I ended up signing that house over to her, but they closed that restaurant. Actually, they closed the whole golf course before I ever left. But while it was open, we used to go there just about every weekend. Their seafood platters, man, were just piled up, and they always had fried soft shell crabs on top. And no other restaurant around here does that, not with the soft shells. And it was a lot of food. It was like $20 for a platter, and you couldn't eat it all. You had to get a to-go box to bring home with you.
All right.
Yeah, it might have been 2.5 miles from the house. Very convenient.
I love those types of places. It's not because, of a good deal or anything, but I just enjoy the variety.
Yeah, well, it's like nobody knows about it unless you're like a member of the country club, because it's on the golf course grounds. It ain't like they got a big sign out or anything. I don't remember how we found out about it, but anybody can eat there, and we were regulars. I mean, very regular. Then something happened, and I don't know what happened, but they closed the whole thing, man. Had been there for many years.
Stopped drinking Fireball in college. Nothing ever good came from it.
What happened to you, Guggen?
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, Red Bull and Jägermeister. Ugh, that's like cough
yeah.
syrup, man. It's like hell no.
Adventures at different
Vicks Formula 44.
Yeah, I had Derek's first wife. She drank that crap, man. It's like ugh. I tasted it. I'm like, I don't say you can drink that sweet stuff.
My brother-in-law, he's got a Jägermeister machine in his in the room out back. He's got a game room with a pool table. He's got a little bar out there, some bistro type tables, and he's got one of those damn machines back there behind the bar. I was like, man.
Yeah, I can't drink anything sweet like that. God, what's that one booze in a bottle? Southern Comfort.
That's pretty good back in the day.
Yeah. What happened? I was still a teenager. We could buy booze back then at 15 or 16, whatever. It didn't matter. They didn't care. They didn't card us. But we all went up on a houseboat that one of the guys, his family owned, and we all went up there to sleep on the houseboat that night. And man, you talk about people puking up their guts and all that. And I wasn't drinking that mess, but I could smell it. And it really turned me off on it after that night. Never looked at it again. And I had tried it prior to that, but that ruined it for me.
Yeah, I'm like that with Jose Cuervo. I cannot stand the smell, man.
Yeah.
25 shots of Jaeger. Good God, son.
Good gracious.
Damn. 25 shots, huh? Probably a whole freaking bottle right now.
Or more. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
What's
What
the shot?
happened?
An
I mean,
ounce?
after that. Fireball.
I know it.
You have a frog in your throat?
Gravel.
Huevo sucks? Or
Yeah.
huevo.
My wife buys pretty good booze when
How
because
did he not die? Yeah.
she's an ex-bartender. She's worked in liquor stores and she knows the best stuff, you know. Even though she ain't much of a drinker. Which
I
is a good
love
thing.
Night Train. Well, I did back in my day. Night Train
I
was
guess you don't.
the shit to go to back in the day.
Cuervo, I say Cuervo.
Barf two
Yeah,
times.
hotel.
That's how he didn't die. He got it out of his system.
Night. Ask Lance. Were you guys hanging around, Simon? Camping?
God, that would have been a headache from hell. That
Barf
would have
two
been a
times.
headache. Holy
I would
crap.
have barfed too. There's no way I couldn't.
Get Lance talking about the train.
Actually, I'm resisting the temptation of going over there and getting that new train came in.
That's one thing me and my buddy talked about last night. Not trains, but he goes to all these tax auctions every year, and he's acquired a lot of property over the years doing that he can turn around and sell and make a profit on. That's one way he makes money. But anyway, he acquired this place probably 12 years ago. It's a big 40 by 60 shop. And some lady was already in there when they lost it. He just let her stay in it. He's just been renting it to her. And finally she started like not paying her rent. So he got her out of there finally. And he's wanting to, he's real big into automobiles and he's a car buff, man. He's just huge into it. But he has got the back ends off a lot of these old cars, like where the tail lights are. And he's wanting to make like some, furniture out of them, like couches and sofas out of the back ends of like 57 Chevrolets or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen that stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of it. And he's, you know, and I'm sitting there thinking, I said, dude, I said, I just started that new channel. I said, I said, you ain't got to pay me nothing. I'll come over there and do all the work and the welding for the channel. And the other guy with this David, the guy with the glasses on, he does fantastic body work. He's a painter, you know, that's what he does. And I said he could put all that and let me just do all the work on them. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. I had him pumped up before we left out of there. So I'll probably be hearing from him real soon, you know, do some projects like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen pictures of it. Those things are pretty neat.
Yeah, I binge watched all the episodes from the first one to the last one. And I guess they'll have another season come out on Netflix, Gotham Garage. And they did one like that. They took an old Coke machine like from the 50s and turned it into a beer dispenser. That was pretty cool. For the same guy. Had the back end of a car. They turned into a sofa. Had that old Coke machine they converted.
I think I seen that what you're talking about, Russ.
Yeah, it's on Gotham Garage. That's a pretty good show. I got into that.
What's up, Ron?
What's going on, my brother? Long time, man. It was his birthday, I think, last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was. Got some couple new toys. I don't know if it was his birthday or just something he bought himself for a birthday gift, but he got himself some new toys.
Really?
Elaborate. What do you mean? What kind of toys?
Just for his channel, lighting, microphone.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I'm watching the Resident on Netflix. The first two seasons was pretty good, but it's starting to get a little boring.
The Resident, I've seen that on there. I haven't watched it, but I've seen it.
Yeah, I mean the first two seasons was pretty good, unless I'm on a lame episode right now. But what was that, Alien Resident or something on there? I watched maybe half of the first show. I'm like, it wasn't for me. Yeah. I backed out of it. Yeah, me too. I seen the preview of it. I was like, no, that's not for me.
Yeah, it was kind of lame.
Yeah, I've watched almost all the movies on Netflix, so I gotta turn to episodes and shit.
Yeah, that's me, man. Right now, they haven't. There's a lot of shows that I'm just waiting for them to release the next season, and man, they've been slow about it. You know.
Yeah.
Hadn't really been nothing on there.
Nah. Googling at the moment, nobody. But I will be in 3 weeks. Chilling with somebody. Oh, I can't hear. You guys are talking way too much.
Let's catch
Let's
up
talk-
to the chat. I was seeing my brother-in-law reply back yet to the car issue, but I got it fixed now.
Did I tell you about the train that I welded on? No, I just picked. Oh, speaking of welding, I did get my old hood back, man.
Nice.
This hood is probably 40
Oh,
years
yeah.
old, man. They don't even make it. They make Huntsman, but this is a little small one. That
Right.
is my old shipyard hood.
Dude, I like that leather piece right there. It protects your chest,
Yeah.
man.
This blue
Love it.
tape right here. The
Oh, let me
shipyard,
bigify you.
the shipyard went to that probably 20 years ago, and it's made by 3M. And man, that is some sticky stuff. It don't come off. So I told my wife earlier, I thought we had a roll of that black Gorilla tape, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
rip this off and retape it with black. I think it would look better. But yeah,
You
it's
know,
got
and those welding hats are really light compared to what they have now.
you can see the cheater lens in there.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh,
for
check
old
that out.
blind, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it's got a auto darkening.
Nice.
You definitely didn't want to forget who the hell you were, did you?
People
Nice.
steal in them shipyards, especially a hood like that. And if you look close, I engraved it right. I engraved it right there.
Oh yeah, Barbara
Yeah, check
Jones,
that out.
man.
Yeah,
Wow.
man. You talk about people stealing tools and stuff. Just go to work at a
Oh,
shipyard.
You
Matter
were
of
there
fact,
for
when I was a
Yeah.
foreman for 9 years, I kept that hood in my desk. You know, I always kept it. And some of my welders would come upstairs and ask me stuff, and I had to open that drawer. Like, oh man, can I have that? And I'm like, hell no, you can't have that. You can't even buy them no more, man. Not like this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, hell no, nobody's
like
getting
cheap.
that hood.
So you say you got it back. So what was over? at
Derek
Derek?
had it. He had to take a welding test one time. I don't think he ever took tests, but it's surprised it's still in that good a shape. It looks like it did when I gave it to him, but it hung out there on that porch with all them car tags and all. You could see that hood hanging there. It's been outside.
Okay.
It's been
Okay.
protected from rain. But anyway, I told him, I thought he was using it as his new job. He says, no, I got me a new hood. I said, okay. I said, yeah, I want that back, man. And I told him when I gave it to him, I said, don't let nothing happen to that hood. I said, I really don't even want to let you use it. I said, me and that thing goes back 40 years. I've had that a long time, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm blotto. I mean, look at the headgear on it. I done wore that slap out. I need to put another band on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just from putting it on and taking it off so many times over the years.
He prefers his Lucha Libre mask.
Libre mask. That's
Yeah,
Rick.
that was-
Rick's got the Lucha Libre mask.
But you can damn sure get your head in tight places with that, man.
Only if you bring the torch to bed, Googie. Or the pink wig.
Yeah, I could open up a video with the pink wig and open my hood up.
No, that'd be great. That'd be great. That'd be great. Challenge. Take the challenge.
Welcome to Welding 101.
Yeah. Dye my beard pink. Holy crap.
That'd be great.
Beer time.
Your time.
I told
Yeah,
the
but here's
wife
for
to
me.
buy me a 6-pack, and she got these 16 ounces. She said that's
Those
all
are
they
good.
had. Yeah,
I like the light beer. Pretty good.
I didn't want a 12-pack because I'm trying not to drink it all during the week and just save it for these lives and stuff, man. Try to
Yeah.
lose some weight. This shit's keeping too much weight on me.
Yeah.
I drank yesterday and I drank today. Just that's what I used to do for years, man. I'd only buy beer like on weekends. All during the work week, I didn't drink nothing, you know. But I'm gonna
That's
get
where
back
I'm
to
at.
that.
I'm not even drinking at all. Zero. No time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no time to consume alcohol. Not yet,
Is
anyways.
that? I hate these phones, man. It sit there and even named out the street I lived on. It's part of the iPhone thing. I could turn that off. If I still am, this looks amazing. Only thing I would do different.
Where'd you got that liver boy?
All I do different is just fry it up in some lard. Yeah, you could do that.
Oh, it's a damn train. That's what that is.
This could even bring back memories to Russ.
Let's see. You're rocking it like a baby. Is baby train?
No, it's
It might be a bigger frog. Oh,
this is
shit.
a big well-known train in Norfolk, Virginia. Back in the 50s, steam version.
Oh, check that out.
Wow.
That's very nice.
Badass, ain't it? O-gauge.
Heck yeah.
Is it all steel?
Was that like a tanker or something? The whole.
No, it was just a train. I mean,
It had
mostly was
compartments in it.
passenger. No, this was just the engine.
Oh,
all
that's
this-
the engine.
Yeah, all this is the what do they call it? The steam chamber.
Where's the exhaust pipes?
I like how you rubbed that.
It was steam
Well, you still got to vent it.
right there in the top.
Okay.
That and at the bottom, which this version
Well,
doesn't
well,
have.
they burnt coal to boil
Right.
the water to
Right.
produce the steam, but they
Right.
had woo pipes coming out of them.
Right.
Did you see how he was stroking it?
Yeah. I'll stroke my train.
Fucking lover boy.
What type of water would you use to repair that train if it broke, Russ? Is it metal?
Die cast.
Oh, that's like
That is
cast
pretty
stuff.
neat right there, man. That is so cool.
Yeah, this is die cast.
So lover boy, so if you put that on the track, it'll run, right?
You could use
Oh, yeah.
silica bronze rod on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Possibly
Okay,
you could.
give Lance his old face.
O-gauge. Lance's O-face. Very small. Types of welder.
Oh my god.
You need to get a train, a whole thing put together, like with bridges and all that, and then you could have it running behind you on these lives. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
That
can go
took me-
choo choo.
Yeah.
I found a pretty good deal on it. I mean, it's from the probably from the 80s, but it's mint condition.
Okay. When you say
Where'd
die
you pay for
cast,
that?
is that like a aluminum die, like a cast aluminum?
Yeah,
Is it light or is it like a?
that's 10 pounds right there.
Oh, that's not
Yeah,
aluminum
yeah.
then. That's
Wow.
probably like a pot metal type stuff of porous
Cast iron,
casting.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like cast iron, but probably not
Yeah.
as dense.
Cast
you know.
iron. What did I say?
It is cast
Okay.
iron.
Right.
Okay.
Cast iron.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can weld on cast iron. You got to have the right rod though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that was a very popular train. It was actually on display up about 3 months ago in Strasburg, Pennsylvania. What they
Okay.
call a static display. They only made so many of them, but it was
Relax.
based at Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay.
They dubbed it as the Queen of Steam.
Oh, shit. Oh my god.
How does now that goes for a train set? So does it work off of electricity or is it
Holy shit.
or does it
DC
actually
or AC? It's AC electric.
AC electric wall outlet? Okay.
Yeah. They have
Alternating current.
the smaller scales are AC wall electric, but a transformer that converts to DC.
Yeah. Okay, so it does have a inverter on it to convert it to DC.
These don't. The O gauge do not, but the
Okay.
HOs, yeah, the HOs do.
Okay, I got you.
But I've been wanting that one. I just saved up for it. Put a little bit of money away here, a little bit of money away there.
Gotcha. Russ has a rod for you, Lance. I don't
It's a
remember.
70-80. It's
We
a
used we actually used to weld on casts. Like I've done it before, but I can't remember what rod it was we used. I'd have to Google that. It's been a long time ago.
There is a Cleveland steamer. That's another very popular one. It's basically the same thing. This was modified. This train with I can't remember how many cars, 5 passenger cars. It
What's
was
up, Motorman?
and sometimes doing 80, 95 miles per hour.
What's up, Jack?
Motorman?
Yeah. 10 pounds, dang. By the time you put a whole train together, how much you reckon that whole train weighs on a track? If you add them all up.
Well, the cars aren't going to be die-cast metal. The cars are plastic. Sometimes you actually need to weight them down, put weight bars in there or peel and stick tire weights.
Yeah.
Because they act better when they do have some weight to it. But
I would think
that thing will pull 50 cars easy.
Okay.
50 cars. That motor in that thing's about like that long.
Yeah. Huh.
I'm trying to find the one like Google was saying something about the Cleveland steamer. I don't know if I showed y'all that or not.
We don't think about trains too much nowadays, but you know, back in the 1800s when all that actually became a thing, that was pretty outstanding if you think about it. They laid tracks all across this country, you know, so they got things from here to there and everywhere else, way before 18-wheelers.
There was a video that I showed. So that's a passenger car.
Yeah.
That's the other one I have. That one's from the 50s.
I don't see passenger trains much anymore. Every now and then you'll see an Amtrak, but most of them.
That's a steam locomotive also.
Most of the ones I see is just freight trains, or some's got hoppers on them, like they got grain or whatever in them, you know, and I guess some may actually move oil, petroleum and stuff, you know, tankers.
Oops. Do my job.
No, there's actually Cleveland steamer. I sent I just sitting here one night, couldn't sleep. Wood stove was cranking. I was comfortable as hell in here. And I started doing some train stuff, and I just did, Simon. And one of the things was talking about the train thing. I was talking about these hobos, and they were who was going to be elected president. And I was like, what? So train hobos, they got to be so popular at one time or another that they actually voted on who was president of the Hobo Association. And I didn't realize how involved. So some of these hobos, they would do stuff like go to prisons, go to jail or hospitals, nursing homes where people couldn't get out. And they would go visit these people, just donate their time to these prisons and stuff like that. And this one guy, I put the link in there because he was out of Ohio. He talked about he was married. I think he had 2 daughters. They accepted him being a hobo. His wife, she made, I guess, decent money because she paid the bills and she stayed at home, and he jumped trains all of his life. With them being at home. But it was a pretty neat life. This guy was a concrete mason, and in his concrete work, he used to carry maple leaves around with him for two reasons. So that when he went to go to these prisons, he went to schools too, but when he went to prisons, he would talk to people, give these guys that are inmates, might have some long sentences or whatever, give them hope, and he was just a hobo. He didn't really care about having a job or nothing like that, but he would give them hope. And one of the things he would do is that he collected maple tree leaves, and he would, have these things in his backpack, and he would use them for certain things. But before he actually decided to do hobo, this was what he wanted to do with his life. He didn't want to, have a home life and have a 9-to-5. He was a concrete mason, and in all of his concrete work, in the corner, he would go in his backpack and pull out a maple leaf, and that was his signature for that concrete work that he did. He would trowel in or press in the shape of a maple leaf, and that was his trademark. And he'd done stuff like on bridges and stuff like that. He's supposed to be pretty good, and he actually lost his job and all that because he refused to remove his signature maple leaf out of a bridge that he did some concrete work on. So it was a pretty good story.
You was talking about jumping trains. I remember so well being in the 7th grade, junior high, first year junior high, and there was this kid that was in our classes and all that. Well, we got out for Christmas break, like 2 weeks. When I come back, everybody was saying that, I can't even remember the boy's name, but they said that him and some other boys trying to jump a train, and he slipped and his leg went up under one of the wheels and it cut it off. And he was out probably another month or two. And he finally come to school one day on crutches. Sure enough, man, I mean, almost all of his leg right up to his nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy crap. Yeah. He was in good spirits and all but I'm looking like, golly, I never jumped a train. I can tell you that. Not after saying that, boy.
Well, there's another hobo. I didn't really get too deep into all the different videos. Just once you click on one, 50 starts showing up. So I did click on another one, just start watching a little bit, and I don't know, it was just like it was just too repetitive for me after watching the full length of the first one. But the guy out of Ohio, but that's what he was talking about, how people would jump the trains and how many people had actually lost feet, legs, and stuff like that.
Yeah, he did. He sure did. I never had that inclination to do that. But I tell you who did. When Jimmy Buffett moved to Mobile, his grandpa lived in Pascagoula, where I'm from, and he would actually jump a train that he knew was going to Pascagoula just to where he could go visit his grandfather. And he did that a lot. The story said, so the story goes,
Right. Back
when he was a teenager, I guess.
That'd be Gringo and a hobo. Hobo and a Gringo.
Yeah, new thumbnail.
Yeah, Stumpy. Yeah.
But he was saying, because his story, what even caught me, it was his title, Steel Don't Bend. And it was about a hobo, and that just caught my curiosity up when I saw that one.
Yeah.
And that's what he was saying. Believe me. He said he actually saw a guy. He said, believe me. He said, Steel Don't Bend. And I was like, damn. He was saying something about because of the heat between the wheel and the track that was really pretty hot, and it would it actually cauterized it. When the guy lost his leg that he witnessed, it actually cauterized it.
Really?
That's what he said.
Huh.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, you think, like this boy I'm talking about, you think if it cut his leg off clean, he'd bleed to death in minutes, but he didn't,
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about this on Booze Live one night. And I think you can do it with trains too because they weigh so much. But at the shipyard, they got these big gantries that roll on tracks, with the booms and everything to put stuff on the ship and off ship. We used to take a penny or a nickel or whatever out of our pocket and we'd lay it on the track and they'd roll over it. And when it come out, it was oval shaped,
We did the same thing. There's a track. We used to ride our dirt bikes, and there's a track down there, and we would put a penny on a track.
Yeah.
It'd be flat out.
Yeah. I had a bunch of them one time. I don't know what I ever done with them. Sounded like I drilled a hole in one and was wearing it around a chain or something one time. Yeah. Just copper, I seen a meme on Facebook and I got to think of it. That's true. It said 8 cents. It says when a washer cost 8 cents, like a regular washer in a hardware store, he drilled a penny out and used a penny as a washer. It was cheaper to use a penny than it was to buy a washer. So,
I agree.
Good point. Yeah.
Huh. It's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is true. I mean, I bought washers recently. It's absolutely true.
Yeah. You probably, drill through a nickel or something if you need a bigger washer and save money.
Yeah.
Couple quarters.
Quarters, yeah.
On a pinch, why not?
A quarter ain't worth a quarter no more anyway.
No. You can't buy shit with a quarter.
Yeah.
That'd be one of those Facebook stories that goes viral.
Yeah, it was on Facebook.
Video.
I seen it earlier. I was sitting there looking. I'm like, oh yeah. I said, I see your point. I'm like, yeah, that's for real. Had like 40-something thousand comments on it. I didn't look at them, but
damn.
Yeah.
Any Karens in there? You're defacing the coin
until they move the train.
So what? It come out of the earth anyway.
As his insides fell out. Yep, that's so true. Yeah,
it ain't all pennies or anything but copper nowadays. They got some copper in them, but they're not pure copper. It's probably more steel or something and cladded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. Boo could tell us what it's made out of.
Yeah, there you go. Where's Boo?
Where's Boo when you need him? We got a coin question.
Yeah,
he could.
I was looking for washers the other day. I mounted that vise to that new welding table, and I'm looking up on my shelf. I found one, had a little bit of rust on it, but I said, okay, that's good. And then I managed to find 2 more, but it took me a little while. I said, damn, I need to get me a organizer and fill it full of bolts, nuts, washers of all sizes. I used to have that actually years ago.
Yeah.
That way I know just where to go when I need something.
I'm so crazy about that. I'll take it. I just got something back in my truck right now. I was going to dump tomorrow morning, and I took it apart for its damn hardware, screws and nuts, washers.
Yeah.
What's up, Al?
Yeah, I used to do a lot of that too, but I haven't. Years ago, I lived in this one place, and I had a nice little setup in that garage. That's what I'm trying to do here. It's taking me a little while, but I'll get there.
Yeah, I gotta get him something too.
Who's that? Al?
Al, yeah, I'm a co-host this coming Tuesday.
Oh, I thought that was last Tuesday you were supposed to co-host. I noticed he didn't go live at all Tuesday.
So he ended up going live Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. I jumped in on that one on the chat, I think.
El Amigo Red Boy.
I might have popped in your panel. Don't remember. Yeah, I think I did because you dropped out. Your internet went out or something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot they were working on a damn line internet. It came back on about 2:00.
97.5% zinc. Huh. Yeah, very little copper. Zinc ain't nothing but like galvanized. Like you know, when you put a zinc coating on steel, that's a type of galvanized.
Yeah. All I know is they pay for the bills.
Any of y'all got a parts washer? If you do, what kind of fluid do you use? Kerosene, or do you buy a certain cleaner? Or 'cause I'm thinking about getting a little small one from like Harbor Freight or whatever.
My brother-in-law does that, has one of those, but he actually buys a parts cleaner by the 5-gallon can.
That shit is expensive. I was looking earlier, man, $150 for some of this stuff. I'm like, holy crap!
Damn.
When I worked
But
at
as long as
A1,
you keep a lid on it, as long as you keep a lid on it when you're not using it,
yeah, it don't evaporate. Right.
But I gave him, I had a 30-gallon Zepp drum in here, and I gave that to him just 2 months ago.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, I've seen that brand. Then I got thinking about the extreme mean green or green whatever. Problem with that, you got to dilute it with water, and the water can actually still make it rust in time.
Yeah,
but
it wasn't Zepp. It's Safety Clean.
Okay.
Safety Clean is what it was.
When I used to work in that air conditioner shop, we had one there, and he just bought kerosene. Had a little thing that squirts the stuff on the part, then a brush, and you clean it. That worked. That worked fine.
Yeah, you use kerosene around here. Kerosene's $5 a gallon now.
Where would you buy that? Where would you buy kerosene?
Service stations around here.
Where?
Around here at gas stations.
Really? They don't have it around here. It's gas and that's it. I mean, you can buy it in a can, I'm sure, huh? Like canned kerosene from a hardware store.
Yeah. Guggen says he uses diesel or kerosene, but
diesel. Diesel. There we go.
Yeah, kerosene. We got all the Mennonites and the Amish, so our gas stations got K1 pumps, actual pumps.
Yeah, we can't get kerosene right here. I can get all the diesel in the world though.
Huh. Yeah, I remember when that stuff was $1 a gallon. Now it's like $5. Damn, man.
Yep.
Back at the turn of the century, 1800s and all that, man, kerosene was used for lighting and everything else. But I don't know what people use it for nowadays, really.
Heat,
yeah, I guess.
I think if I remember correctly, the Amish, their refrigeration is they recycle a kerosene, and something about the air and the way it's recycled, it makes it a coolant.
Huh.
And they use
Never heard of that one.
Like their ice boxes. I don't know that they can freeze. What is an Amish gas station?
I mean, you can use a lot of things as a refrigerant.
No,
some of these
we have Amish. The gas stations have it.
What is it? I want to say ammonia. But some of these, like RV campers, they have like a little pilot light, and it lights this. I can't remember. Is it ammonia or something? Anyway, that heat makes it go up, and then it goes to these loops, and it actually it starts circulating, and it will actually run through an evaporator and start chilling it down to like freezing temperatures.
Yeah.
You know? But,
I don't know. It might be the same thing that kerosene does. I don't know.
No moving parts. That's the reason RVs use them. It don't run off power, but it does have to have gas to supply that little flame to keep it circulating. I think it's ammonia. I can't remember. My head's about half here tonight anyway. Tired.
Yeah, man, I'm so happy. Got my wife's car fixed. Damn.
What was wrong with it? Ugh.
It has so I smelled gas, but I wasn't going to work on the side of the damn highway. And I'd already called AAA. I wasn't going to mess with it. I just let them tow it home, and I'll look at it then. As soon as I got home and I walked over towards the passenger side of the car with the hood up, the gas smell really got strong over that way. So I started looking, and around one of the injectors, it was wet. I don't know. Ask me how this happened, but it could have been when we just pulled the heads off a few months ago and replaced the head gaskets, had the heads replaned. The only thing I can figure, when the fuel rail came off, the injectors went back in. Without
they got them O-rings. They got O-rings on.
I can't understand. So this injector, I could take and move it that much. and it fell out of the fuel rail, or it came loose from the fuel rail, and that's where the gas was pouring in on it.
Ah, okay.
So I was like, well, how is this even happening? There's got to be a part missing. Something ain't right. I
Yeah.
said, there's no way that that thing is supposed to have that much travel in it. So I went to the parts store, and they had sold a gasket kit for them. And sure enough, there's this one flat O-ring, about, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch tall. And I pulled out that injector and looked down into the port. I said, well, I don't see no damn gaskets in there. So I had one of those picker out tools, and I started tapping in there, and I said, well, that's metal. There is no rubber seal there.
Yeah.
So I took another injector out, and sure enough, there's a rubber seal. Don't ask me, man. The only thing I can figure is somehow or another that injector stayed in that fuel rail for 3 months, and I just got lucky.
Huh. Yeah,
That's the
I've
only
changed
thing I
out a
can
lot
figure.
of injectors in the past. I worked at that shop, and like GM and like American Made, they got 2 O-rings where they go down, and then they got
Yeah.
an O-ring where the fuel rail snaps into place.
Right. There's a fuel ring for the fuel rail,
Yeah.
O-ring with a fuel rail, and there's another O-ring. I think it sort of kind of acts as a little bit of a cushioner, and then there's one on the very bottom of the injector,
Yeah.
and that's the one that was missing. So either I just got extremely lucky, or my wife said something about maybe it went inside the motor, and I'm like, well, it's only rubber, it probably wouldn't really done any damage.
Nah.
I said, did you hear anything sound funky or anything before it just died on you? She says, no.
Next time you drain your oil, look for it. You might find it.
Yep. You might
Yeah.
come out.
Right. I can't believe that thing stayed in that fuel rail, because it don't take a whole lot to pull that injector out of that fuel rail.
No, it don't.
With signs warning Rubes about to the manure. Rubes.
Grab another beer.
Where's the coons? Kind of what's happening. Imagine you like the area around your area, like. So I don't know, but it's done. I hate like hell had to give her my keys to my car. She can't take care of a vehicle.
Where's the shifter at tonight? I ain't seen him in the chat.
He is crashed, for what I understand. He has been all weekend at what's that guy?
Oh yeah, Eat More Vegans thing.
Yeah, that's him. That's
Yeah.
him.
Al. Yeah, I remember him telling us about that last weekend.
He was a fluffer for the weekend.
Yeah, what did he say that he wanted to be a gripper? Like gripping the microphone or whatever a gripper is.
So it was an experience for him anyway.
Yeah.
He said it was very businesslike.
Oh yeah, he's got a professional setup from what I understand. A whole team and crew and all that.
Really?
That's what he says.
Must be nice.
No, I'm sure he has to pay them well. I mean, his channel's not that big. He's spending money is what he's doing. He definitely ain't making money with it. He don't have the
I
numbers.
get where Simon's going right now. He said, "Where's the chat?" Because he left a comment saying he was a fluffer all weekend, and no one came back up
And
that.
he had one too many vegans this weekend. He ate a few vegans, huh?
Excuse George.
I got to go visit the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Man, I got homemade tortilla chips. Them things are nasty. Blow the whistle, Russ. What's up, D Chef? Yeah, chat's dying on us. How many people is in there? Damn, I don't even see George alive. $19. Is this a sign language? Yeah, I was send sign language to 805. Thank you, Des. Yeah, I just pulled it up on my phone. Can't see it. I don't know why I can't see it on the computer. Russell must have muted himself so he can eat chips without wrinkling the bag. George, get off the phone. The penis doctor. I love you more. No, I love you. No, I love you. I love you more. No, I love you more. Ah. Oh, that one's gonna be a hard one. Qpos Miraza. Qpos Miraza. Qpos Miraza. Qpos Miraza. Simon D. Chef Guggen Des. About to post up a Whetstone. Whetstone, maybe?
Where's Dugan at? Is he still in the trip?
Yeah. Spanish 101. Crepus Miraza.
Oh my goodness.
Raza, you abuse me, Raza. Phonics with Lance. Stone Wolf. Oh, I see what you're saying. So, Des, did you ever my ears? Des, had you ever replied whether or not what Eddie and them did? Or maybe Eddie's put the word out that no one says anything till I say something.
What are y'all talking about?
I'm curious to see how they did on their competition cook this weekend.
Oh. I want to. Never mind.
What?
I was saying I want to hurry up and fire up that old hickory soon and get a brisket or something on, but it's getting that time of the year. Getting that time of the year, I kind of want to do some of that. I did a little easy video yesterday, or no, I dropped it this morning, I guess.
That crunch, orange something crunch.
Crunch wrap. Yeah, it's grilled shrimp. It's good, man. Damn good. That El Capitan. I didn't know how it was going. I mean, I've used this before, but I've never used that hot sauce, that tropical storm. But
I want
that mixed with that freaking worked, man. Somebody said he thought it. Somebody commented and said he thought he would do it with some wings, and got me thinking that'd probably be damn good on chicken wings too. You know, that same combination, just the way I did it.
Good cook, Russ.
Appreciate it, bet. Yeah, that's all I've ever used it for is tacos. I did the shrimp tacos a couple of years ago. This is a new bottle they just sent out, and figured I'd do something kind of related to it. But it'd probably be good on wings too. It's got good citrus notes in it.
Yeah, chef. I watched a live, but they were there no turn-ins or anything. I mean, they were cooking the ribs and everything. I watched that yesterday, but.
So what time was that live?
Morning for them, for you.
Okay.
Houston.
Okay. I was wondering because I didn't see anything. But the turn-in wouldn't be until like the afternoon, like maybe noon, 2, 3, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, no, it was morning for sure. But I don't know, if they already did the walk. I spoke to him, but didn't say much. Yeah, I didn't know. I knew they hadn't done the work, but they were still doing the ribs when I saw them last.
What's going on, Simon?
Oh, not much.
I'm assuming they may have
stand
done
all the silence.
Oh, I hear you.
I think there was the pina colada.
Yeah,
that was turned in already.
Margarita, I think.
Margarita, and then something else was turned in already.
Is that going on today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yesterday and today. Friday and Saturday. So it should be on. It should be over.
Yeah. He's keeping it quiet because either he won or he lost. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, it has to be one of the two, right?
Well, more likely the loss.
The latter of the two. Well, that other guy, T-Rock, he did it last year and they got a first, but it was it may have been a drink. May have been that margarita, as a matter of fact. Yeah, it's over. He sounded rough yesterday. He slept outside all day. Luckily, someone left a hoodie for him to put on because he didn't have any warm clothes. It got cold.
Yeah, it got cold again here.
But two guys, I guess they were close enough. They lived home. They went home, slept in their beds, and T-Rock slept in his truck. Allergies, okay. And that he had slept or tried to sleep under the tent in a chair.
I think I'm gonna make another thumbnail for that video. I done tried a couple things. I didn't get a good shot or angle on that crap.
Yeah. That and just catching up on sleep, some good sleep.
That's what I need, sleep. I
slept
slept at 9 o'clock. I slept at 9 o'clock this morning, but I didn't go to bed until like after 2 o'clock. So I don't know. That was a decent hour, but I took 2 naps today and I still feel tired.
Is that right? Well,
yeah.
Yeah, 3 a.m. has been my norm here for a few weeks.
Staying up, you mean, or waking up?
No, 3 a.m. No, going to bed.
Holy crap. Man. That's going to make you old, Lance.
Yeah, it is getting old. I just get into something out here or doing something or another, and This real close to my wife having to get up for the day, start her day and go to work, and I don't want to go in there an hour before she has to get up, and then I wake her up an hour earlier, you know. So I just hang out here. Like I said the other day, man, the wood stove was just cranking. It felt so good in here. I was like this at the chair. You know.
Y'all are like ships passing in the night, huh?
Yeah, yep. First and second shifts.
Yeah. That's what's got me like that, man, because I worked second shift at times in that shipyard. And one of the last shifts I worked was second shift. And I got so used to that. You know, I'd sleep till 11 o'clock every morning. I'd get up at 11, and then I'd be at that shipyard probably by 12:30.
Yeah.
Our shift started because I had to take a bus in and all the way to the fab shop and everything. And then we had to actually be there 30 minutes before the shift started. So I was always there an hour early. And I'd usually stop and get my lunch or whatever from some fast food place. And then when I got home at night, I couldn't just come in, take a shower, and go to bed. You know what I'm saying? I'd come in, take a shower, and I'd be up half the night. And I was so used to that, you know.
Yeah, I worked second shift at Ingalls. I would punch and steal. Oh, I did.
This Ingalls?
Yeah, you're Ingalls, but in my location, we had a railroad track. We had
Yeah, they used to have stuff to do with trains. They used to build train carts and all that shit, and hopper carts, I think.
right. Well, we used to cut and punch steel for buildings and stuff like that.
You ought to get you a caboose, a real caboose, and put it in your front yard and fix it up like yard art, you know? Really, that'd look pretty cool. Turn it into a man cave.
I think I've told the story about down by my father-in-law. There, he was a retired, I don't know if a railroad engineer or what his title was. I never met him, but my father-in-law knew him. And when the man passed, we were down there visiting my in-laws one day, and we went to the man's property, and his dining room was a caboose, and it had pictures hanging on the wall of the caboose's history. It was retired out of Richmond, Virginia.
Wow.
And then he had two box cars that ran off of on tracks. These are all on tracks that came off the caboose, and one of them was like a living space for him, dining room, living space. The caboose was an eat-in kitchen. Then you go through that, and it was the master bathroom and the bedroom. And yeah, the cargo doors were open up on the box cars, or when they did that, they were covered and screened, so you can get all the cross ventilation. And then a short section of track out in the yard was a pump car, and that was his picnic table.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I'm not sure if y'all have Wendy's out where y'all live, but here though, at least one Wendy's had a train car as part of the restaurant attached to it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Huh.
In Pennsylvania, that's very common in Pennsylvania to find train cars that are diners and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that you mention that, I've seen that on TV shows. You know.
I think they used
very
the
common.
caboose for the dining cart. It was there for as long as I can remember. I don't think that restaurant's there no more, but I don't remember if any other Wendy's had a train on their attached to their building. But I think I only remember that one.
Two guys, one caboose.
Yep.
If Des wasn't in here right now,
What's up,
I'm not
Clint?
saying leave. I saw a joke today on Facebook, and it was something that Uncle Dickie posted. So that should be all that's need to be said. But I looked at that and said, "Oh man, that is so nasty."
I haven't seen nothing from him in a long time. which I don't go on Facebook much anymore like I used to. I don't know why. It's not on purpose. I just don't think about it.
I'm on Facebook a lot, but I'm there mostly for marketplace.
Yeah. Derek does that. He's a big marketplace guy that checks stuff all the time. You know,
Man, you
I
can
sell
find
stuff on there occasionally, you know, but that's about it.
you can find some stuff. Now, you used to be able to get really good deals, but now the deals are coming fewer and farther between. I guess because just a big place that you can sell stuff. But
That's what I
man,
need. I need to go look at on there. I might be able to find some stuff I've been wanting to buy used that's still in really good shape, a lot cheaper, you know.
yeah, you can find anything on there.
See, years ago I used to use Craigslist, and then they got such a bad reputation, you know, with the scams and everything. But I have used Marketplace probably the last however many grills I've sold over the last 5 years has been through Marketplace, you know.
All right.
But when I used to do Craigslist, everything I ever put on there sold. It might not sell right away. Some did, and some 2 weeks later, you get a call. Yeah, I still got it, you know.
Is that even a thing anymore, Craigslist?
I'm sure it is.
We used to have something right here, was called the Penny Saver.
Yeah. Yeah. A little booklet that you get
Yeah.
for free. We got something
Yeah.
like that here. Yeah.
We don't get that anymore.
Yeah. I don't know if we do either. I haven't really looked. I forget what the name of it was, but I know
Oh,
what you're
isn't
talking
that
about.
the truth? Does that aggravates me more than anything? And then you get the people that Lance got the caps. Oh, okay. Thank you, Clint.
That's something else I need to start doing. I used to go to a lot of garage sales, and my buddy we hung out with last night, the one that's got that big shop, he said that he goes to all them things, estate sales and all that, and he went to one yesterday and he got like a 1-ton chain fall for $10. I'm like, golly, man,
Wow.
that's can't
But
argue with that.
Yeah, that drives me crazy, Des, also. And then what really pisses me off more than anything, is the people that get upset. Is if the picture's up, it's still for sale. Don't ask me if this is still for sale. And these people, how many times you've actually checked on something just to find it's no longer there for sale?
Yeah,
You know,
I always took mine down because I got tired
Yeah.
of seeing the comments. You know, same thing with Craigslist. Yeah, I told him, I said, I give you 15 for it. He said, I didn't even need another. He got a ton of them, man. He collects tools and just ungodly amount of stuff. It's like, holy crap. I had a chain fall I bought off Harbor Freight. It was a 1-ton when we had the sailboat. I had to drop that. We built like an A-frame out of 2x4s and hung that chain fall where you go down to the sailboat, and I dropped that chain down. I had to hook it that little diesel engine and pull it up just high enough to change out the motor mounts. And that's the only reason I bought it. And, you know, I don't even know what happened to that. Chad was asking about the other day. I said, last time I seen it was in the garage, my garage. I said, Derek must have it. And then Derek's like, I ain't got that chain fall. I said, well, maybe it's in a bin out here or something. Because I don't know. But I bought it for a purpose and never needed it again, you know?
Yeah, Google's come up with some deals on Marketplace.
I guess I'm about to go through some bins and just see if it's out there. I wouldn't mind finding it. Chain probably needs oiling. Imagine it's rusted to hell and back.
Yeah, they're nice to have. I remember a buddy of mine, his dad put one in their garage in the back. One of the antique shops I had a shop in used to be an old general store for Dow, Maryland, which is right around Solomon's Island, Maryland.
Yeah.
And, it had behind the counter was a trap door. And under the floor down in the ground, they would hang meat down there. And that's how they would get it up onto the floor.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have a purpose for it here at all, you know, unless I built me a big A-frame frame out a pipe or something, but I don't pull engines or none of that stuff no more like I used to. I used to own a cherry picker and an engine stand, all that stuff. But man, that
Dang.
stuff's been gone. I sold that years ago. Don't need it. But shit. Oh, I finally bought something from Vevor instead of them just sending me stuff.
All right.
Yeah, I'm tired of rolling up extension cords, and some of the ones I got are old and stiff, and you can't really roll them up neat. So I ordered one of them reels.
Yeah.
And the one I ordered is 65 foot, and it's got three. It's like a crow's claw at the end. It's got 3 outlets on each end. You plug it into one, and then you got 3 where it comes out, but it's retractable. And that should be in Tuesday, I think. I want that for the garage tour. I got enough to pull out in the driveway, you know, for running the leaf blower or whatever. But I mainly want it for inside that garage. I'm gonna fix it up like a shop. I'll have half of it. The other half will be filled up with lawnmowers and smokers, you know. But
All right. No, I love my shop. Believe me, that one I have in the backyard, I need to get it wired. I don't have anything. I got an extension cord that runs across the ground. It's been on the ground for a couple years now.
Yeah.
But the grass has actually grown over top of it. I don't even have to pick up the cord to cut the grass. I can just go right over it now.
Yeah, sunk down in, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting there debating earlier, man. I've got to get 240 volts out to my garage. My meter's on this side of the house. The garage is on this side. So I'm like, okay, I can go buy me a 40 amp breaker. I got plenty of room under that meter base, that main panel. Put in a 40 amp breaker. I could come out with some conduit and dig after it leaves the conduit and put that UFB, which you can bury that without conduit, but you got to be at least 2 foot. Now I could just go all the way around the back of the house to the garage, then come back up with conduit and go in and mount a new box in there. Just big enough. Yeah, just enough to have a 240 outlet, and I'll probably come off of one leg with a and I'll put a 110 in there too. I'll get a 3-wire. I can use one for like a neutral or whatever, and then have a 40 amp 120 volt. You know,
you can't go down the wall and cross the garage attic. I mean,
I could, but man, I ain't getting my fat ass up in that attic. I'll be done fell through. I could probably get Derek up in there. That'd be the easiest way. Is come straight up with some conduit, drill a hole in the soffit, have him grab it, run it across there, and drill a hole coming down. That'd be the easiest way. I might do that. That's a better option, and I wouldn't need digging. And less cable. I wouldn't have to buy as much.
Well, I was even thinking it'd be cheaper cable too, wouldn't it? That versus the stuff that can be buried in the ground.
Yeah, I could run regular. Technically, you're even outside going up. That would have to be that UFB. Even if it's in conduit, you can't run Romax outside. Period.
Okay.
It's considered a wet space, and the only reason in Romax they got that paper wound around that copper, and that paper actually wicks moisture, you know, and brings it into your house. But that's the only reason it's against code. As far as it working, it'll work from now on with no issues. But I'd probably just go ahead and buy the UFB and be done with it. I'm buying 8 gauge anyway, 40 amp wire, so might as well just, you know, go big.
Yeah.
I don't think they even make a number 8 Romax. Most of that's 12 gauge or 14 gauge. They might. Don't quote me on that.
Look at that smile.
I might even go to a number 6 and run a 50 amp circuit. I'd rather oversize it than be undersized, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Our cable ain't cheap though.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No.
I might do that. I might talk to him because his little scrawny butt can get up there no problem. I could drill a hole from underneath, you know, but I'd have to get him up there to scout out and maybe drill a pilot hole or something. And I could just drill that with a hole saw and run conduit straight up. As soon as it comes out, he could just haul butt across the shop and do the same thing on the other side and drop it right there at where the garage door closes. There's already a receptacle there, but I could come up above that, you know. but I really want it on the back wall where I'm gonna have all my stuff at. Either way, it'd be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might do that.
Is the rafters the same way? Face same direction as the rest of the house?
Yeah, 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 yeah. 12-2 or 14-2. I thought this house was on a 15 amp circuit, but it's actually 20 amp. Surprised me. It's all 12-2. I've only got two 240 circuits. One goes to the air conditioner, one goes to the dryer. It's like, why have a garage and not install that when you built the house, you dumb shits? You know, it's like,
This is the master bedroom, and there's a one of those outlets right here. It's not the regular 110. Is it
Yeah.
220? But I
that
guess it was for like an air conditioner or something. But
Yeah, probably so.
if my attic was decked out, I'd get up there myself, but it ain't decked out, you know, and
Right.
I'm too
Right.
old to be doing that crap. I'll get
No,
him
that's
to
why
do
we
it.
have children. Our children are younger.
Yeah.
Use them now because Daddy was up there when they were too small to be up there. So now it's their turn.
Oh, I used to do it for my dad. His evaporator unit and furnace was up in the attic, and the stairs for it was right in the hallway. You pull it down, that ladder unfolds, and I used to have to get up in there like when his condensate drain stopped up and clear it. You know, I remember it happening twice throughout the years. He'd get a ceiling leak, and there we go. You know.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that because you used to work on automobile ACs, right?
Yep. For years.
So this week, I've been waiting forever to get my the timing chain replaced. My brother-in-law has just been buried with work, and he texted me over to Friday or Saturday saying that after Tuesday, this couple days from now, that he should be able to get it in. But before I ordered all the parts for the timing chain and all that, we were talking about my AC compressor is bad on the Honda Accord. He was saying something about, and I can't remember what other part he said because I want to get them both on order. But he was saying something about it's recommended that if the compressor goes out, that you should also replace the
Dryer and yours. What does it go on? What kind of car?
Honda Accord.
That's gonna have an expansion valve more than likely, not a orifice tube. But you would definitely want to change your dryer out. On like GMs and Fords, they use an orifice tube, a little plastic tube with screens, and it's a metering device to meter the freon into the evaporator. And anytime you do a compressor change out, you want to change the accumulator on those particular deals, which is they got a desiccant in them, just like a dryer does. But you want to get the dryer, and I'm pretty sure yours would be an expansion valve. You would not have to worry about that. That'd just be kind of a pain, you know, if you've never done it. But the orifice tube is normally outside the car. Expansion valves are normally inside the car in the box. So don't even worry about that. Just get a dryer.
For whatever reason, I was thinking he said a condenser or
No, you wouldn't need a condenser unless there's something wrong with it.
evaporator.
Or unless the evaporator is leaking, there's no reason to change it.
So the debris, when the compressor goes, it would not reach a compressor or evaporator.
Well,
That's
what
my
happened?
understanding.
Do you know what happened to it? Did it quit pumping?
I have no idea. It just stopped blowing cold air. It was tested to be faulty. It wouldn't run.
Okay, well, a clutch engages it. It runs off your belt. Right. A compressor will either lock up, and you'll know that when that clutch engages, you're going to have some belt squealing. It will quit pumping because there's valves in there, and your low and your high side pressure will be equalized. You can't pump it. It won't pump. That can happen, or they leak. That's about the only thing that happens to automotive compressors, or any of them for that fact. But the good thing is they don't burn out. They don't burn out like an electric compressor. If they burn out like a winding shorts to the can, you've got to flush that whole system because you got acid buildup in it, which will eat away at your other components, you know. But no, if you change evaporator, just plan on replacing the dryer and you're good, you know.
So dryer and the compressor.
dryer and a compressor, and put all that on. You'll have to pull a good vacuum before you recharge it. And on
Yeah.
a car, charged by weight. If it takes 2 pounds of refrigerant, put 2 pounds in it.
Well, that's what Guggen just said is what my brother-in-law was saying. That the compressor blows, it sends metal throughout the system.
If it blows up, but I don't know what happened. I've seen them lock up.
I don't know that it blew up. I just all of a sudden noticed that one day it was blowing hot air.
Yeah.
And I went to take it in to have it.
Does it have any Freon in it? That'd be my first question.
I went to have it checked for Freon, and I don't know what he came up with. He tested. What did he say? It wouldn't. It charged it once, and it lasted maybe a day.
Sounds like a leak. Sounds like a leak to me. And it could be the compressor, but it could be anything if it's a leak. It could be a hose. It could be an evaporator leaking. It could be numerous things. But if that compressor, if I had a compressor locked up, I would probably flush the entire system. They sell an AC flush. We used to have this little canister, little round thing, and we'd pour that flush in there, screw it on, and it had a refrigerant hose hooked to it with a spray nozzle. It also hooked up to the air compressor. We'd shoot it through there and then blow it out, if it had any foreign materials in there. But I can tell you right now, if it gets any trash in it, first place it's heading to is either the orifice tube or the expansion valve. That's the smallest. If it makes it that far, that's where it's going to stop up, But right now, it sounds like you're dealing with a leak.
I can't remember what he said. He tested something other, and he determined that the compressor was bad. So when about a month ago, when we talked about putting the cord in the shop for the timing chain and the tensioners and all that, I said, it'd be nice if I can go ahead and do the AC. I said, last year, that was my first year about AC. I said, it's getting a little brutal on the old man. And I like driving around sometimes, go to train shows, out of state or whatever. And whatever I want to do. Sometimes I just run and go to antique show out of state. But
sure.
So he was saying something about, I said something about, he said, well, get the compressor. He says, but don't forget to get, I can't remember what he said.
He probably said dryer. If he knows what he's doing, he's going to say dryer, because they will not warranty that compressor without a new dryer, or if yours takes an accumulator, a new accumulator. It's one or the other. You ain't going to have both on there. But the way most automotive air conditioner shops, and matter of fact, some manufacturers actually have dye in their systems when you buy it nowadays. Now, home air conditioner, they don't fool with dyes because of things it can do to it's electrical, But in a car, it's real normal. We used to shoot a UV dye in with a refrigerant.
Yeah.
And then, we'd tell them to ride around for a few days, bring it back. We had these yellow looking UV glasses on with this UV light, and we'd start looking for leaks, and we'd always find it. Even if it's in the evaporator where your condensation runs out your drain tube, it'll normally hit a frame or something on your car. It'd be lit up, glowing in the dark green.
That's exactly why last summer I got to take the whole interior dash out of the Subaru. All I was looking at is the soundproof insulation on the firewall.
Yeah,
that dash was gutted that much because he injected the dye in it.
Yeah,
and we saw the dye come out the condensation tube.
Yeah, but you can look at your hoses and see they should be dry. There should not be no oil. If you get a hose that's starting to break down, then that oil will start actually seeping out to the rubber, and that's a good sign of a leak or any oily place. But
I was just thinking this. I was waiting for someone to say, "Welcome to Automotive Repairs."
Hey, we're dudes. What else are we supposed to talk about? Barbecue? I mean, come on. There's more to life than barbecue.
Yeah.
Go watch one of my videos. We're talking tools.
Wow, this wasn't frogs.
But I can talk about barbecue and welding at the same time, because one little project I want to do real soon, that Pitts and Spitz has got that fire grate in the bottom, and it'll pop out. It's got a frame all the way around it with a one up the center, and they got 2 layers of expanded metal to where it'll last longer. And it's not in danger of eating through right now, but it looks so bad. So something I want to do soon is get some stainless flat bar and some stainless expanded metal and double it up just like they did and weld that sucker up and then replace the one in there with that one. It'll never go nowhere, you know.
Yeah.
I want to do that at some point, kind of near future.
I tried to talk myself into getting one of them grills, but I swear I just can't convince myself to go out and spend the money.
Yeah. Well, when you're retired, you got to watch it, man.
Well, I keep telling myself there ain't a damn thing that you can't do with a Gabi attachment that you can't just do with a Weber. You just turn the meter on top of the fire. It may not be.
Think about it.
Far as you need it away from the fire, but there's different things you can do.
In reality, you can cook on open fire and elevate grates or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of the convenience of it. I mean, it's nice. I like it. Is it worth
Sal's, I think it's Sal's friend that put a ring between the grill and the Gabi attachment to make it a little bit taller.
Yeah, he put a rotisserie
ring
attachment.
Yeah. Right. It came by like another 4 or 5 inches probably of height.
But my Weber is just my favorite cooker.
I got to buy a new vent system that the
bottom vent.
It's ate up. I pulled one up out of the ash the other day and threw it in the garbage. It was rusted slap through. Yeah, they sell a rebuild kit for that. I need to buy it.
Do. Yeah, I saw Smoking Joe when he got his old one. He got a retro kit for his.
Yeah, he sure did. I knew I was doing shrimp. The lid was off and it was hot as it could go. That's what I wanted. So I wasn't worried about the bottom vents. Yeah. And if we're doing steaks, it's gonna be indirect anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So we can do that kind of stuff on it just like it is.
But I might get that little grill attachment that Papa Joe was talking about.
There he is.
Some bricks. There you go, Sal. I was just thinking about you a while ago.
Fucking lurker. No.
Some bricks in second grade. That's what I was getting ready to say. CJ and Mom and Papa Joe told me about a grate with these little fold-out legs. I think that's all I'm going to do. I can spin that grate halfway around. I like an S&S, but this is a Weber, Sal. I can still spin it halfway around. And if I just lift it up one little hop, I can spin it the rest of the way around if I absolutely have to. So, I have a rotisserie attachment for it. I just enjoy my Weber kettle.
That's what I did with the grate on the Old Smoky. I just grabbed the ends and just turned the whole thing sideways, get off the fire, and have the chicken on the other side indirect.
Looks like I'll be getting a Monument grill after telling them no for 2 or 3 years.
No way.
They come around to my way of thinking, so they're supposed to ship it tomorrow, I guess.
Great.
Hey, I'm gonna bounce off. I thought I had more energy than I do, so I'm gonna keep watching you up. I'm gonna log off here.
All right, Simon. Thank you, buddy.
All right, see you Tuesday, man.
Later, Simon.
Yep, see you Tuesday. Oh, am I Tuesday also, right?
Sure, if you want.
I didn't know what I know. I had to go to Al's, but I didn't know if
You're
I
right.
was
right. So if you want, I'll just send you a link.
Yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter.
All right, later.
I can pull double shifts.
All right, man.
All right.
Oh, they're paying me. I guarantee you. I've told them people no for however long they've been sending out emails to people. No. And finally, you get tired of it. So I quoted them a price that if they took it, then it'd be worth my time. Which I haven't owned a gas grill in forever. And I don't know. Gas grill ain't my thing. I guess it's got its purpose. Quick cooks, steaks, hamburgers, whatever.
It's live. All right, MBO. Thank you for leaving a comment the other day, Rosie. Appreciate that.
They wanted me to send them examples of reviewing pits. I'm like, how many years you want me to go back? I sent him like 5 links. I said, I got many more if you want to watch them. Damn.
But I won't get on that soapbox again. Creators stop. I mean, Sal's right, and that's that's not what Russ is doing. He's getting paid for it. But
I care less about this grill. It ain't about a free grill. I promise you, because I'll turn around and sell it while it's still brand new. I could care less about that grill, but the money I'll take. That's the only way I'll do it.
I want myself out. I won't sell myself out for a Chinese gas grill. I do like my gas grill and my rotisserie cooking. Now, Guggen's getting himself a little bit of an arsenal there.
Yeah.
I like to know what happened to Monument's pellet grill. I've only known of one of those.
I didn't know they made a pellet grill.
And I haven't heard anybody bragging about them. I haven't seen another video on it. Nothing.
Well, this is supposed to be a new grill that's not even for sale yet. I don't know. But I'd rather have a griddle, to be honest with you. I'd probably hang on to that and actually use it, even though I got a griddle. It's over at Derek's, but I got one.
Right.
But a little 18-inch I bought off Amazon, paid $99 for it. Three burners on an 18-inch griddle. Yeah, love that little thing. But yeah, I told them no for a long time. I didn't want them on my channel, but hell, everybody else is doing. Why the hell not? Might as well make some money. That's what it's all about, ain't it?
Well, Sal's decision, if I remember correctly, it was just he didn't want to go down the line of gas grills, but he thought about it, and it's sort of kind of maybe. And Sal will tell me I'm lying, but I think it was the reasoning for it was make his channel a little bit more versatile to viewers. So what just charcoal people or just pellet people that opened up to viewers for that have that cook on gas too. But
well, I don't know what the statistics are now, but when I first started my channel almost 12 years ago, I researched that if you can believe Google or whatever. But according to those statistics, more people bought gas grills than any other grill because of the simplicity. And I believe that, But I have had a gas grill on my channel before. It was a Napoleon out of Canada, I think. And they sent me a kettle grill, Napoleon. They sent me a gas grill, real nice. They were lighting the knobs up and stuff way back then before all these other companies started doing it. And I used it maybe 3 times, only once on video. I used it 2 other times, cleaned it up, and sold it. It's just not my preferred way of cooking,
Troy V and Quint both said they had that Monument pellet. Quint said he sold it without even taking it out the box. And I'm not sure if Troy ever took it out of the box, but he gave it to his sister.
Yeah.
Now they're going to use it for Easter.
Yeah, I'll use it one time on the video. I get paid from them, then I'll turn around and sell it and make more money off of it. It's kind of a win-win for me, other than I'm using a Monument grill on my channel, but it don't matter. My channel ain't what it used to be anyway, Yeah,
well, I would think that Monument would definitely benefit from, for being on your channel, because you get
maybe
a whole lot more views than some of the other channels I know that are doing reviews on them.
Certain videos a hit and get tons of views, but that's far and few anymore. It ain't just me. It's a lot of people,
Right.
But yeah, I decided to go ahead and do it. This is a business when it comes right down to it,
Yep. That is sad but true. I need to take it a little bit more serious. Now I will not be selling my LSG pellet when it runs. So he got himself a pellet grill from LSG, I see.
Yep, he sure did. I kind of miss mine. I mean, it's still in the family. It's not far from me, 20-minute drive, and I got access to it. But my son loves pellet grills. I'm talking about Chad, my other son, because of the convenience of it. So he's got it. I did a fair amount of videos with it. I was done with it.
Chuck got himself that that new what is that? A Rectech pellet. It's not new, but he got himself another pellet grill.
What's LSG? Lone Star Grills.
He had he has an old kettle that was his mom's. And I was really hoping to see. He says he's still going to give it. I gave him a little bit of a hard time with it because he didn't fix his mom's old kettle up, and then he bought that pellet kettle. And I like the idea of having a gas grill and content purposes. And Russ, I think it's right. Majority of people have one grill. It's probably gas.
I'm talking about average homes. A lot of gas grills are sold, but because they're not like us that's really into smoking and grilling and just obsessed with it. We're talking about just average people that want a grill. What do they buy? They buy a gas grill. They don't want to deal with charcoal.
That's why I got that my ceramic, my Cypress.
You wish you had a Lone Star, Guggen. Don't even go there, man.
Lone Star girls. That was the exact reason why he gave me that thing for $100. Is that he said he just didn't have the patience when he wanted to cook out. He wanted to go fire up his gas grill, have instant heat, and cook his steak or whatever, his burgers, and be done with it by the time this that Kamado ceramic style thing got warmed up and up to temp and operating. He could already be in the house sitting down for gas when he used his gas grill.
Yeah. The only problem I have with a gas grill, and I'm referring to that Napoleon, it worked great, but man, they get dirty so quick. There's a lot of cleaning involved. It was on that one. But the same is true with a pellet grill too. I mean, unless you got catch pans under everything, and that's probably what I'll do with this one. Brand new, go get some aluminum trays and catch everything. But your fire's right up under. I don't know how that's going to work. That or just cook one time, clean it real good, and sell it.
Yeah. So you might wish you had kept it. You never know.
I doubt it.
Might be one
just me and Tarina. What we use the most when it's just like grilling something like wings or steaks at Weber that I used in this video. That's what I use. But I've got the old Hickory here. You know what I'm saying? I'm never getting rid of that. That's here to stay.
George Foreman. All right, Des. Good night. Thank you.
Later, Des.
Went to 35 dead shows. Definitely enhance.
I need to find out how well a clear coat, high temperature clear coat would hold up on a firebox on an offset. If I do get that from Chris, that's my idea, is to quick, do a quick rust on it with that solution, then hose it all off, let it dry, clean it real good, wipe it down with acetone or whatever. But I don't want to put it if it's not going to really hold up on the firebox. It's a square firebox, but it's only a 20-inch. If it's a 24-inch like my other offset, I probably wouldn't sweat it. But I don't want that stuff to start separating and peeling and crap like that. Then I'll have a mess. But there again, I don't want to have to rub linseed oil on it every time I use it,
Oh, I miss it, man. All of a sudden, when you start to read stuff, shit jumps.
No, I don't want to paint it. I want that patina.
Charcoal gasher. It sits in the corner of the yard and holds wood, chips, and scraps.
Yeah. Years ago, probably back in the 80s, I bought one of them Sunbeam gas grills and had it 1 year and had to buy new burners. They done rusted out. Had it another year and it happened again. Like crap. So I started putting charcoal in the bottom of it and using it as a charcoal grill. Then
What's up, Josh?
I just chunked it after that. Yeah, it's paint, but when you say paint, I'm thinking black paint.
Did you see
Clear coat is clear coat.
Fire Cups? Anthony said he uses 1,000 degree clear coat.
All right, no, I missed it. Where's it at?
It's up the chat a little bit.
Oh, I missed it.
I can't post or anything on it.
Let me scroll back up. Oh shit!
I love you.
No,
I love you.
I didn't get that turned
I love
on.
you more. No, I love you more.
Russ, I use 1,000 degree. Yeah, I would get 1,000 or higher if they make it. But I'm just wondering how well it would hold up. I don't want to do it and then have problems with it. I know what Chris recommends. He recommends rubbing it down with oil after every use. And from what I've researched, linseed oil is supposed to be like the best if you're going to go that method. But I want to take the salt, what is it? Salt, vinegar, and peroxide, mix them together. You spray it and it starts rusting like instantly. Then you hose that off. Once you start seeing that natural patina come through, then you clear coat it after it dries and wipe it down. That I love that look. You know, that's what I want to do if I get the smoker. I think I will, but it's probably not going to be real soon.
Yeah, no, I like that look too. There's a guy back behind me. He's still turned into a race truck, but that's what his is. The old-timey looking truck with the rust coming through the clear coat.
Yeah, that's why he sells them. You know, he sells them bare. And that'd be the first thing I'd do if I was to get it. Time will tell. Yeah.
No, I love you.
That's one thing I like about a square firebox versus a round, because those suckers get hot, man. But yeah, like my 24-inch, that fire's right in the middle. I got probably 6 inches on each side of that fire. Not so much against the back of the door, but on the sides, there's plenty of clearance. I'll usually put logs in there to heat them up. That smoker will probably never come back over here.
Which one?
My LSG all set. That'll stay with Derek. That's his now. He cooks on it all the time.
To get rid of. I would have got rid of that pellet one, not because I don't like it, but I mean, out of the two, I think if I was to hold on to one, it'd be a stick burner over a pellet. But that would have been a hard one for me to give away.
Yeah, well, it was already over there, and he's already taken the off-road package off. He's going to put it on a trailer, a little small, like utility trailer, to where he can pull it to places like deer hunting and stuff like that. And it looks bad. That's what I told Chris. I said, you know, that offset's 7 years old. It needs blasting and painting. And I said, that's one reason I'm not using it in videos anymore. But, you know, I told him I was interested in that Texas edition. So he asked me, anything we can do for you? I'm like, well, yeah, now that you mention it. The Texas edition Lone Star Grills.
That's their inexpensive pit, right?
It ain't inexpensive. It's over $3,000. But they got a 40-inch version and a 48. I want the 48. It's just a cool looking pit. It's got that smoke collector on the end of it.
Right.
You know, but
I thought that was supposed to be a more reasonable, more backyard cooker type pit.
No, hang on, I'll look it up. That little 20-inch series, a little angle one that looks like the pellet grill, those are kind of budget friendly, but ain't none of them.
The one I'm thinking of, you know, I mean, I hate to, hopefully he's not listening, which I know he's not, but I would compare it to like the shape of a Oklahoma Joe, you know,
Yeah, no, this is
or
I'll tell you, I could be wrong. Let's see here. Offset smokers.
what's that other
Uh,
one?
Offset smoker. Where you at? Offset smoker. I don't even. Oh, there it is. $3,195 for the 40-inch. And if I went to the 48, it was $3,590. $3,590.
Well, what was that one? What was that Zach cooks on? I think I want to keep saying barbecue pit vatos because I'm surprised he's not here. It's one that Academy sells.
Oh, I don't know. This is 1/4 inch steel on this thing. It's
Yeah.
not 3/16. It's built just like my other one as far as the build quality and everything on it.
NBL. Stop catfishing them, George.
But if I end up with a 48, I wonder if he'd put a counterweight. That's a pretty heavy lid. You know,
What's
going
up, El
48 inches.
Barrio?
My other pit's only 36 inches, and it's kind of heavy on that one.
American made pit.
I'm sure it's an option.
Traeger's 3,000 for their pit.
Yeah.
Old Country, that's it, Troy. Old Country.
Yeah, I think those are
Old
1/4 inch.
Country Dugan, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a. Isn't that the one that Al did a review on not long ago?
The Old Country.
I think, yeah.
That's one of the collector and all that. That's the one I was thinking at the LHG sort of kind of reminds me of.
Yeah.
The shape wise, you know.
Right. And if I'm not mistaken, I heard somebody say it has 1/4 inch chamber and all in it. If it does, that's a good price for that, you know?
Yeah. I was thinking that was in the $2,000 range.
Could be. Do you know what my offset, the one I got that's at Derek's, you know what it sold for when I got it 7 years ago? He had it on sale for $1,950. Just under
right?
$2,000. That same pit today, it would be over $3,000, you know. Now, when I put that off-road package, even when I put it on, that off-road package cost $800 back then, you know. So that would have turned that pit into a $2,800 pit with those prices back then. But like everything else, it's went through the roof, you know.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Al did a review on the grill. Did a review on the first cook on his. Grill sergeant.
Yeah, it wasn't
did
a bad looking pit
first
for,
cook
you know.
today on it. Is that right? So
Yeah.
Andrew got one too now, I guess. I thought he was pit boss. Looks well made.
I think he's talking about the Old Country. Yeah, I was kind of impressed with it for the price.
Yeah, it looked good from what I saw.
Yeah.
For, you know, you not have to go directly to a specialty type place.
I think I remember Al saying they were made in Mexico, but I might be wrong on that.
Yeah, he is mostly pit boss. This is new for him. Okay.
Oh man. But it's yet to be seen. I might put a bug in his ear. Chris is so busy he forgets things.
What's up, Uncle Steve?
I might send him an email and ask him about that question. How does he think clear coat would hold up? Tell him what I plan on doing. He's like, oh yeah, I gotta send you a pit. He told me they were making a few upgrades to it, and he'd be in contact soon, and he will.
Damn, El Barrio.
What's up, El Barrio? ¿Qué hubo, carnal?
Mexican rice, jalapeno and bread.
I like to be kept warm.
Water. My younger son raided my ribs, cleaned me out. George is like renta on Gordito.
A ver, where? What are you reading?
SJ.
George is like, se
Si
renta
renta
un cuarto
y Gordito para
para
el frío.
frío.
La madre.
Kindly, primo, come over. You'll be the first one. I did 100
Yeah,
days.
drums run about like a Kamado do. They'll hold temps,
Oh, man.
but they hold higher temps. They love that 275. That's pretty much where they'll run solid. If you can dial them down to like 250, but it's a little difficult to keep them at that range. But they cook really well.
Renta on
They're
Gordito.
efficient too.
George is like rainy room rainy room for the cold. Call me.
Freaking eyes are burning.
What?
See you later, sweetheart.
That's all that says?
Yeah. George is like, rent a room for the cold. Call me.
So SE is George? No, George is like renta. I get that.
So
Isn't that
Jorge is
Gordito
like, se renta, it rents
Se renta.
un
Okay.
gordito. Oh, you bastard.
Gordito, isn't that a Taco Bell
man.
item?
Oh, okay, I got it.
That's only Gordito I know of.
George, rent a room, get a Gordito, and
Yeah, get a room, go to Taco Bell, grab a Gordito, and then go parasailing.
rent a
Or
room.
something. I couldn't understand the rest.
I've got to order one of everything. There's no room. Hello,
Rent a chubby guy from the for the winter call. Call me.
There's no room. Rent a room. I don't have a rent to room now. Uncle Steve, I'm gonna try to
cook it.
put out that video
to 300
by tomorrow. I hope. I finish editing our drumsticks, basically. Renta el cuarto. I got to order one of everything from Uncle Steve. Sweet. There's no room. What happened to Simon? Rainy chubby guy for the winner and call me. Watch out. See, Simon knows the Spanish, bro. I suck. What happened to you, Simon? ¿Qué pasó?
He said he'd have it on, but he was getting tired.
Yeah, I am hot. That's kind of guy.
Okay, well that'd be right up your alley then.
300. Yeah, me too.
I mean, I gotta hang on. Let me see if I can show you what I used to run on mine. It could make it hold 250 or even under. But
my cousin put a sign that said outside of his window. Oh, got you. Funny. Are you serious? It's Steve. I ordered a couple things I needed.
My cousin put a sign that said that outside of his window.
Straight from El Rancho. Yeah, he is. Oh, yes, sir.
never mind. That thing is buried, and I don't feel like digging it out. Anyway, it's just an air controller. Smart Fire, I think, is the brand of it.
Oh yeah, Choice got one of them.
Yeah, it worked good. It works off. Yeah. It's got an app for your phone and everything. I haven't used it in years.
Oh, maybe it's different though. That hooks up to not a Thermo Pro. What's the other one?
I had a battery pack, like USB battery pack. That's what would run the controller. Then it had an app for the phone. It's still on my phone, I think. Maybe I took it off because I sold the drum smoker.
Well, it was like a bellows thing.
Hang on. There it is. Smart Fire. Smart Fire app.
Let me pick up by you there.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, that connects to that controller. And that come out of Australia, if I remember right. The guys reached out to me. I swear to God, they reached out to me the same day I got that drum smoker. I tell you, I mean, seriously, I said, boy, this is perfect time, and this must have had to happen. I said, yeah, send me one. And they had to send me the flange that fits the gateway where that little motor can pop in it.
Yeah.
you close the other pipe completely off. You hook that controller in there, set your temperature where you want it. It'll sit there and ride.
Yeah, that's what Troy has.
Yeah.
But it's the I think it's called the bellows.
Oh, they got a bunch of them. I got another one. I think it's at Derek. It's called a DigiQ. I use that on my offset. You might remember the video where I drilled a hole in my firebox on the backside up underneath the chamber. I put that air controller in there, and it's got a little controller. And I started the brisket with wood, and then when it was getting almost dark, I think I smoked it 3 or 4 hours and put a lot of smoke on it. Then it came with a charcoal basket. It holds 40 pounds of charcoal, kind of like a snake method. And I started one end of that, pushed it in there. I left the stack like partially open, closed the bottom vent to where it couldn't draft through the firebox. And that fan was controlling all the air. And it took a little while. It took maybe 45 minutes to dial that temperature in, but once it did, it was rock solid all night. Yeah. And I went to sleep. I got up. I set an alarm. Got up. And that charcoal was all but gone. It was just about gone. So I pulled it out and I finished the brisket off with smoke. And then, it was a done deal. That was a good brisket. Yeah. I just did it for a video just to show it could be done with an air controller.
When I got that Bronco, I wanted to get one, and I was researching that one that Troy has, and they have an adapter plate like you talked about.
Yeah,
that goes on that. But I didn't have the. I do now, but I didn't have the controller at the time that would run that. So you had to have multi ports or prongs, probes, whatever you want to call them. And I never had one. I've only had single prong.
Yeah.
That's all I ever had.
Yeah. I mean, if it wouldn't have been for making the video, I would have never done that. You know what I'm saying? But that little pipe that goes in there has got a silicone cap, and it's been sealed off of that cap for years. And Derek's got everything to use it. He's got that DigiQ and everything, but he don't ever use it. I mean, do you need it? The only reason I did it is show you can actually go to sleep, and not have to worry about it on offset. And that's what I did. I think I used it on my cabinet smoker I used to have too, the LSG. Yeah, buddy. Out of all the pits I've owned, that's the one I regret selling, was that insulated vertical cabinet smoker from LSG. That was a good pit. I just didn't need it though, man. So much real estate on there. That thing would hold probably 8 briskets. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I cook one thing because it's usually just me and my wife. It's like I'll never use these pits to their full potential.
Yeah, for myself, I like the real estate. I need a lot of real estate, actually.
Yeah.
Back at my family's house and whatnot,
Sure. If I was catering or something like that, I needed all that, that'd have been perfect. But I tell you what, I think it was the last video I did. I know it was. I sold it right after that video. I smoked fish in it. And after doing that, I'm like, man, this is a fantastic mullet smoker, and I thought about not selling it, but I did. What's up,
Barrio?
I figured, hey, I might as well jump on here.
Yeah.
My wife's bringing me dinner or dessert, something.
Put a face to the name.
What's that?
So put a face to the name.
I gotta put my readers on, but oh well.
I think I've seen you before in somebody's live.
He always.
I think so.
I've been one time with Mama and Papa Joe.
Okay, well maybe not. Yeah.
Probably one time we're talking.
Him and
pop-ups.
Okay.
Him and Devil Dog could have went to school together.
Yeah, we did. We went to same high school as the middle school that opened the first year, that right down the road.
Oh, you're in Houston then? Okay.
Yeah, I'm right. He's in. I don't know. Yeah, he's not too far from me. So.
Okay. I got a lot of family there in Houston.
Yeah, I got all of them's down in the valley, some in Dallas. We're the only ones here. So, but on my
Yeah.
wife's side, we're all big. So, yeah, we had a big, crazy weekend, man. Got up at 4, did that chicken plate for the church. We do a lot of fundraising for the church. You know, we're building out a church, so
Yeah.
anything we could do, we always help out. So,
Heck yeah.
I have them somewhere, right? Oh, you know what? I got them right here, bro.
what's that?
My readers. This Jay's
Oh,
asking
yeah.
to put my readers on.
I can't see the chat.
Fortunately,
I
I
don't know
do.
how you do this.
See how I look.
I don't know how
I
you
look
do.
smarter.
Yeah, everything's blurry. I can see far because I drive for a living. I can see far, but up close, it's a blur.
Oh, I'm the same way. It's up close where I struggle.
Yeah,
I can
Yeah, me
actually
too, up
drive
close.
without these easily.
We're
you
about
know?
blurry right now.
I could drive forever. So I could. Oh, there goes
Yeah.
the chat. Let me hit the chat.
Lance needs them too.
Oh no, get that out.
I used
Yeah,
to
I
have
don't have
eyes
that
like
big.
an eagle.
I don't have that big of a YouTube channel. That's hard. I mean, last time I did one, I didn't even know I
Looks
uploaded
too
it. It was like in a small little square. I was like, what's going on? I do everything on the phone. I lost my GoPro, or they stole my GoPro. So,
Huh.
you know, so.
Shut up.
Where are you at, Russ?
I'm in Biloxi, Mississippi. About
Okay.
probably a 7-8 hour drive from you.
I used to drive all the way out there. And you sleeper?
Maryland, St. Mary's
Right.
Canyon, Maryland. Yeah,
Okay. I've been
East
all over.
Coast.
East Coast, yeah.
Still dealing with temperatures. We are currently 38 degrees.
I
We're
don't know
down
what
here.
we're running. I hadn't even looked. I hadn't been outside today.
38, and by morning time we will be 32.
I joined the Ventura County Jail for a while.
64 here. Feels like 63.
Yeah, we pushed 80 this past week, almost all week long. So
The lowest
Where
we're
you
going
at?
down
Where
all
you
week.
stay at in Barrio?
I'm sorry, but go ahead.
I'm sorry, Russ. Where do you stay at in Barrio? Where you at?
In Houston,
Oh, Houston. Okay.
there you go.
We're going down
Forget
to
10, 17.
we're going down to 47 Thursday. That's the coldest night we're going to have this week.
Welder, I don't weld. I'm just a better grinder than a. If you're not a good welder, you're a darn good wine grinder. So.
Grinder.
Miller or Lincoln?
I used to have a meme on my phone because I used to be a foreman over a crew of welders, and every now and then I would text them. They'd be down there working. I'd send them that meme. I seen your welds. You're getting a grinder for Christmas. You know, with Santa Claus.
Yeah. Actually, my first trailer pit, good friend of mine built it. And I rebuilt that trailer 3 times. The first was a backyard patio. Then we put on a 5x8 trailer. That's one of my first original YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And then I hit the fence backing it up. So I narrowed it out, made it bigger, and made a smoking chamber. And I put Kragers on there. I went old school with that pit. And
Yeah.
white walls with the Kragers on there. I love that pit, but I needed something bigger. So
Yeah.
sold that and got the pits and spits. I really like that pits and spits.
There we go.
No, if you get into drum smokers, man, you will not be disappointed. They do really well. You know, I had a Gateway for a couple of years. I ended up selling it like a dummy, only because I had so many other pits it just wasn't being used, and we're having to leave it outside. And I'm like, man, this pit's gonna go to crap if we don't sell it, you know. And it still looked really good, so I sold it. I think I had $1,200 in it. I bought a Gateway, but I bought everything that you can buy for it: the diffuser plate, the extra grate, stainless steel grates. It had a little poly whatever table that slides onto the handles. That way it had a little table. What else did it have? I think that was about it. But I sold it for $800, so I recouped most of my money. I used it for 3 or 4 years, something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do regret it.
Yeah, I would sell my trailer because it's huge. The one I have now, it's like a 20x8 because it doesn't fit my backyard, and I have it out in the front yard, you know, gated. But when I take the tires off, got a wheel chock on one, you cannot take that pit. But
Yeah.
the 30x60 works good. But today when I was doing those chicken plates, we started doing chicken drumsticks. I'm thinking, the thigh, there's a lot of bone and not much meat. I mean, yeah, it looks nice, a leg quarter.
Mhm.
We started buying 2 huge drumsticks and selling that with sausage and all the trimmings, and everybody likes them. So,
Yeah. Heck
I
yeah.
mean,
That's the thigh and the drumstick is my two favorite parts. Now I do like wings too, even though
mhm.
it's considered white meat. I do like wings, but I cannot stand breast on a chicken. It's
Yeah.
just even if
Breast,
it's cooked right, I just don't like it. I never have.
breast on the
Too
bone is
dry.
good, but boneless, skinless, no.
Yeah, I like thighs if they're good size, but but I like the flavor of them. I reckon I'm trying to say.
Yeah. But I'm gonna try to upload a YouTube video. But what I do is the last 15 minutes, once they're 165, 170, the drumsticks, I'll dip them in my barbecue sauce and then put them back on the grill. And I don't have a drip pan; it's just a 30 by 60 uh, chamber. And you know what that does? That just drips all the barbecue sauce because I run a real thin barbecue sauce,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just caking on there, caking on there. So once I do this one, I'll take it to the car wash and pressure wash the heck out of it. And the car wash doesn't say anything about it. They get let dump trucks in there. So
They got drains
Yeah.
that can go out the drains. It's
Yeah.
all
But
water.
what that remind me of though? Some of the best ribs I ever had were off a drum, where they drip right on top of that coal, your sauces and
uh-huh.
the juices, and they flare back up. So I bet you dipping your wings and then finishing them up over top of that like that is probably getting the same effect on it.
Well, yeah, probably. Because
If I understood you correctly.
yeah, But man, did I
Speaking
mess up?
of
I thought I had
speak,
enough for like 150 plates, 140.
I just
Why?
got that email that now they want my address, so I guess they're going to ship it up.
The gas.
That Monument Gas Grill. I'm so excited.
I had gotten so
Hey, Russ, can you tell them I want one too?
I thought you worked with Monument already.
I did. They were supposed to send me one, right? The new one.
Yeah.
And then they said, "Oh yeah, you need to pay for it first." I was like, "No, you're crazy. I'm not paying for
Oh
anything."
no, I ain't going down that road. They're gonna pay me.
Nope.
No,
Heck
you
with
did.
that.
No,
You worked
sir.
with
I'm not
someone
buying
else,
anything.
though.
Send it.
Who was the other one you worked with though?
Z Girls.
Z Girls.
Oh, that's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I'm gonna send an email to Z Girls pretty soon when the summer comes. See if I can review another pit.
You still use your Concord grill?
I do. Matter of fact, I might do a video on it this coming up. No, next Sunday or Sunday. I'll be using it. I miss
that
my
video with
rotisserie,
your
man.
family.
It's a good cooker.
I like that video you did with your family on this Super Bowl with that giant screen that you had on the giant screen.
My little brother was working on it on the inside, and
Uh-huh.
he's a computer guy or whatever. I was like, well, shit, how are we gonna watch the game? Like, oh, watch it on the phone. I was like, oh shit, all right, cool.
You ever heard of the Jafu on the Fire
No.
Stick? It's like cinema, but this one's a paid subscription. You pay $10 or $12 for the whole year.
Really?
That's how I get my everything.
Yeah, he has a Fire Stick. I'm not sure what it's called. The remote's white. I've never seen a white remote like that, but I don't know what kind of Fire Stick, and he gets all kinds of shit on it.
All I paid is for the VPN and the service overseas, and
Yeah,
it's incredible. So there's too much TV, and we stayed busy. We had an Easter egg hunt Saturday
yeah.
at church. Then we're doing the family this weekend.
What's the church called? The one you go to?
Castillo del Rey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
they're based out of Monterrey, Mexico, and it's
Right on.
I have my interpreter glasses on or my interpreter ears on. I speak Spanish and I understand it, but I interpret my Bible versus the version. I have a bilingual Bible, so boom,
Nice.
I transfer whatever's on the left side's in Spanish, right on the same page.
Really?
It's in
I didn't know they had Bibles like that.
Oh yeah. It's
Oh,
all
that's cool.
marked.
Yeah.
It's all
thought
marked,
they-
highlighted.
I thought they already had. Oh, this is the 2024 flagship Denali 605 Pro, full size, clear view, searing station, stainless steel firebox, porcelain enamel, cast iron, cooking grates, blah 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 blah. They sent me a little PDF thing with. I'll look at it later.
Sounds nice. I do like how they put that glass on the front door. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it don't last long though. Once you get enough cooking done, you gotta clean it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But,
yeah, you're always cleaning it.
yeah.
I'm trying to find a drum on the cheap. Like I'm cheap. I don't hide it. I go garage sale. I do everything, and I'm trying to get in at $300. I don't have to put the long, exhaust. I don't mind bending over, but I doubt it. But you can find them on Marketplace sometimes, But
Yeah.
I might not sell it right away because they might say they want another video. Kind of like I work with Pits and Spits, and every video I do for them, they pay me. And
Nice.
so that's just an ongoing thing. Now, granted, last year I did 12 videos in 12 months. This year I'm only doing 6 videos in a year. So it's every other month,
So you
Like
work
everybody-
with Coy? You work
Huh?
with Coy? You work with Coy? And Christopher or Coy Christopher at Pizza Spit still?
The one I talked to at Pits and Spits is Erin. She is
Okay.
like the wife of whoever. I talked to somebody one day, but she just had a baby and she was out of commission. I was trying to email her, and finally he
That's
replied
awesome.
back to me. And but anyway, she's back at work now. But Erin is who I go through at Pits and Spits. And
Well, the company's been owned like 3 different times, I think, from
Yeah.
the original guys. They were right down the house, right down
Yeah.
the drive.
yeah, they
actually-
reached out to me a couple of years ago. I guess it'd be 2 years right now in the spring, because I did it. First video I did was church. What was the name of that? It was chicken anyway. I can't remember the name of it.
Churches.
Huh?
Churches.
No, it was God. I can't believe I can't remember that.
Chicken Express.
Church chicken. Church
Okay.
chicken. It's like marinated. It's kind of like a take on. Oh crap, man! My brain is fried right now. I need sleep so bad. But what's the one upstate New York? That famous chicken up there, Cornell University. Cornell chicken. It's kind of like that, but it's a more southern version called church chicken. That was the first video I did. And then, I've just been doing them ever since then. But I like the pit, but I didn't want it just for the pit. I told them, I said, if you want me to do videos, I'll have to charge you for it. I don't need another pit. That's the last thing I need.
Yeah.
And they were on board, okay, let's do it. I've been doing it for almost 2 years.
They're big on pellets now. They're big. They mostly cater to their 850,
Yeah.
1200.
And see, I told them, I looked through their pits. They told me to look through them. I didn't want their offset or their pellet because they're just not built like the Lone Star Grills, which is also in the Houston area.
Yeah, they're up in Willis, yeah.
And I'm like, I've already got like one of the best pellet grills there is. My offset's way thicker than this, and I said, I'm interested in that flat top adjustable grill. And that's the one I got,
Yeah.
I didn't want the other pits. I just didn't, regardless if they paid me or not,
Where I work at, my pit currently right now, my trailer was rotting away. It was they used to tailgate all the time where I work at now.
Yeah.
And actually the guys, Victor and Julio over at Pitmaker, they used to run or work at Pits and Spits many, many years ago, 10, 12, 13 years ago that's how long they've been in business with Pitmaker. They built one of the last trailers that I have now
Yeah.
for the company I work for. And that company tailgated with the Texans for many, many years. And I seen it just sawdust all over the place, tires blown out, just rotting away. And I said, hey, I'll buy it from you, man. But I still had the other pit, though, my old school one. My wife's like, what are you going to do with the other one? I said, well, I'm going to call Omar and see if, he says to sell it. He's like, dude, that's stainless steel. Sell my pit. Well, I don't care.
Yeah.
That steel's going to last forever, so.
Yeah. And the pit I got, they do have an all stainless steel version. Now, my top is all stainless, but the rest of it's not. But Guggen, you're going to have to whore yourself out. I ain't helping you. This is my block. You got to whore your own self out.
Yeah,
Hey, I look at this as a business. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
the reason I do YouTube. That's how I make my living. It ain't for any other reason. It started off as fun. but this is what it turned into many, many years later, you know?
He wants you to be his pimp.
What do you say?
Be my pimp, Russ.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know if you saw his comment, El Barrio, but he was saying that he found his pit barrel drum on
I saw that.
Marketplace. Okay.
$75. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want a little bit cheaper than no, I'm just kidding. 75 is
Yeah.
a steal, man. Shoot.
That's a deal.
I want more convenience. I mean, I love my offset. I mean, that's the only thing I've ever cooked. I've
Yeah.
never owned a pellet grill, but I want a pellet grill or a gravity charcoal that master.
Yeah,
built
gravity
was
fed.
cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like
For
to
the
have a real one.
convenience.
Not
I
a
would be
master
able to-
built, but like a really good one, like a Stumps or something like that.
Yeah.
I've always wanted one of them.
I just want something cheap just for convenience and how it is to cook on one because I've never
Sure.
cooked on one. So I
Yeah.
want to be able to put a brisket on at night at 250, 275. I'm a hot and fast guy, but for a pellet grill, you can get that convenience. Go to sleep,
Yep.
wake up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the beauty of them, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I like about the Lone Star Grills pellet. You can get the flavor almost, I'm not going to say identical, but you can get almost an offset smoker flavor.
Uh-huh.
And you can turn it on. When I used to shoot over there at Derek's with the pellet grill on that LSG, we would put it on like close to bedtime. We go in there and sleep all night and get up the next morning. It still ain't ready, but we're up and about drinking coffee, waiting on it, you know. But
Yeah.
we had a good night's sleep and it never missed a beat, you know.
Yeah. And
Plus,
that's-
it has an app. If something went out of range, the alarm would wake you up. If it did, but it didn't, you know.
Yeah. And so I told my wife, I said, hey, for Father's Day, you know, I have a list. I have a list of it. So I'm doing another, I don't do but 3 or 4 a year competition where I forgot my first call like 4 years ago. And last year we did pretty good at the same location. Like I said, I don't do sanctions. I'm not there. I'm not ready to cheer,
Yeah.
chase points, and it's expensive, you know.
Sure.
Even a backyard one, you're spending $500-$600. That's what I'm
Yeah.
all in with the entries. And last year I did 3 first place and second place briskets. So I got first in chef's choice, first in ribs, first in chicken, and second in brisket, which was all right. So now they're all texting me, hey, you better show up because we're coming after you this year. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's fine. It's like 18, 20 teams, you know, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Uh-oh. I don't know, Guggen. You ain't tried an LSG pellet, man. He's got that fireboard controller tweaked out to run like an offset. It never stops smoking like a lot of pellet grills are known for, on and off, on and off. This thing chugs the whole time. I've run 325 degrees and still get a perfect smoke out of it. It's crazy how he does that. But
what was your pellet, your best pellet you ended up sticking with, Russ?
what's that? I'm sorry.
What was your favorite pellet to stick with on there that you felt like you got the best, most realistic smoke flavor out of?
I
Yeah, I'm
used B&B, but no,
Okay.
I used other stuff. I started with B&B. I'm trying to remember what we used last. It was some of that stuff I won from Trumpet, whatever brand that was he had. Bear Mountain, yeah, that was good pellets. But I didn't have no problem with the B&B, man. It laid the smoke on there. But I'm sorry, you know, very few things are going to do like an offset other than my old hickory. I never thought I'd say that because I've always been real pro offset smoker, and I still am. I love an offset. But if you want that same flavor that can compete with it, and it's got the convenience of a pellet grill, old hickory, no doubt. You know.
One thing I was going to bring up, I tried different charcoals, you know, all kinds. I even used the Mexican mesquite, that snap, crackle, pop one, which burns hot. I bought one for this church run. I think it's Good Charcoal. It's a black bag. It's got like a handle, Good Charcoal Company or something like that. It was at Costco.
Yeah, we were just talking about them last week, I think, or the week before.
That's how big. I mean, small. It
Yeah.
goes through my grades.
The biggest difference between the smoke coming off an offset in a pellet grill. With pellets, you got pellets. With a offset, you got big logs that put out a certain what's the word I'm looking for? They put off not just a smoke, but they got certain. God, man, I can't think tonight. I don't know. It's just different. You know, it's a real log, and it's not just the smoke coming from it. It is the word escapes me. What I'm trying to think of right here, but it does make a difference. You know,
Yeah.
I'll think of it here in a minute.
I mean,
But,
that bag.
Just
I
calm
had to try
down,
something
Russ.
little.
Gather yourself.
Yeah.
We ride each other because of our
Gases.
age.
It
Our
puts
age,
off certain.
Alvaria. We're
it-
always hitting each other.
That
Right.
wood puts off certain gases. That's what I was looking for. That
Uh-huh.
really adds a certain flavor to food, to meat, that
Yeah.
pellets just can't compete with. But
Yeah.
out of all the ones I've used, LSG comes the closest. I promise you. You're not going to kick it out of bed. It's got plenty of smoke on it. It's just
Yeah,
a
that's
little
so much.
bit different flavor, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, but that
Anyway.
bag of charcoal I got, I mean, the pieces, they were that big. Awful. I couldn't, I mean, I don't know. I'm glad I don't know the name. I'll think of it next time. But
Yeah.
I could shovel it, I mean, in a broom stick, you know, or broom scoop, whatever you lift. Awful charcoal. I like the big chunks, lump charcoals, you know.
Lump charcoal. Yeah,
This
me
one
too.
doesn't, I mean, nothing
see-
bigger than a ping pong ball was all that there was.
If you get a barrel smoker, it burns lump really well without burning up too quick. You know,
I'm sure.
lump can't be used on a lot of things. Like I don't know, I've cooked with lump on a Weber and it did fine, but it was big chunks.
Yeah.
You know, but if you get something like Royal Oak where you got the smaller pieces, it'll burn up so quick. But in a barrel or Kamado, it'll last. It'll hang in there. You know.
I got a cool BMX bike over there. It's a Throne. I don't know. You're probably not into BMX, you know, biking. We do rides, you know, at the end of the month, and we're the ones that block up traffic. If you ever seen those, you know,
Yeah.
500-400. There's a lot of us, but it's
Yeah.
I got like $1,000 in that BMX bike, and I'll trade that for a drum smoke in a heartbeat. You know, I use it, but once a month, that's it. So
Yeah.
once a Throne cycle, psh, it's right there.
Put it on Facebook Marketplace. There's a lot of horse
Oh, they
trading
want,
going on
they
there
want to give me
too.
$400. I said, I got that much in my tires. Are you
Oh,
crazy?
is that right?
Yeah.
You know, so there's my
But
chocolate.
talking about pellet grills, I'm sure there's been plenty of competition that's been won by them. You know, they do definitely have a place. It's just I'm more of a woods type guy, you know, and charcoal or a combination of both. You know.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question before I head out. So I've done that competition for 3 years now and hit pretty good. Should I Chef's Choice? I've done the same thing because it's always different judges. Should I do something different? I know that what works wins, but I don't know if it's gonna be same judges. So should I stay away from I call them barrio bombs, or do something different? Because I mean I've done it for 3 years consistently, and it's always.
I got an old saying: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, but
Exactly. I'd
you
run
know.
it again, like you just said. Different judges until you lose. Don't
Yeah.
change.
That's what's the important thing. I always ask: is it the same judges from last year? And they're like, no, it's different ones. I said, okay, if it's different ones, they're getting
Right.
body bombs. So
that's right. If this doesn't please 3 sets of judges, then it'll probably please the 4th and 5th and 6th.
yeah,
I'd stay with what works. You know.
I'd stay with it myself until
appreciate it.
it just stops working. Then it's like, okay, now it's time to make a change.
Right.
Look
Yeah.
at CJ. Look at CJ. He made that change. And
Yeah.
wish he never did. He
Yeah.
went back to what he did religiously in every event, and that's when he started winning again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it.
My desserts here. I'm gonna catch. It was nice catching up with you guys. I'll catch you on the next week, hopefully.
Yeah, man.
Yep. Yeah,
Good
you're always
to meet you.
welcome
I'll stay on the
in.
chat here
You're
in a
always
little while.
welcome here. We're every Sunday. You're always welcome in. Simon, Yes I Can Barbecue. He has a live on Tuesdays.
Yeah, I'll jump on here.
So we're always looking for people to hop in. You're more than welcome.
Deal. When I was on the road, George, I would have hit you up going out there to the West Coast. I always ran Utah, Nevada, Washington. I would have gone out there to, you know. But
Yeah, that would have been cool, bro. That would have been cool.
Yeah,
Sure.
But I like my Fridays now. Boom, home every Friday. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good,
y'all
bro.
take care,
That's
guys.
good.
I'll catch y'all.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
All
Bye
right.
now.
Yeah, igualmente El Barrio. Take care, bro. Gracias. You guys want to end the live?
That's on you. It's your live. I met him. Didn't meet him, but I'm pretty sure he was on Mom and Papa Joe's live one night. Him and one other guy.
You wanna? You wanna? Oh, it's already 7 o'clock on my end. Did you wanna pick up another live there, Russ, Lance?
No, I don't. I'm
No,
pretty much
I'm-
done, man. I'm
I'm
tired.
probably good. I'm
Yeah,
probably good.
Yeah.
I can't
I
even
gotta
think
wake up
straight
at
right
3-ish
now.
in the morning tomorrow.
I'm tired from staying up out of my regular bedtime last night. It's got me all screwed up.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm good. You still got to get a night call in yet, so
Yeah,
all good.
I sure do.
Oh,
All right.
Nice.
Sorry, I was missing in action for a bit. I'll try
Yeah.
better next time.
fine.
Y'all have a new guest on next week, huh? Or no? Or is it the week after that?
Week after that, I think.
Week after that, the 7th, we got Sal S.J. Cooks on the
Oh, okay.
7th of
When
April.
are you coming on, Russ?
Cool. I'm on every week. I don't need a special night.
Yeah, but well, I'm sure there's questions I need to ask.
Y'all
I
run
think
out.
you ought to I think you ought to do a live one time, Russ. You know, we put your name out there in our thumbnail, and
Well, I love to
help
talk.
people.
You know me.
yeah,
I don't know when to shut up.
We're gonna get a few questions from the chat, and we'll take it from there. You know.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
we
talking
will,
serious
but-
questions. None of this bullshit questions. You know, serious
yeah.
questions.
I like to see the chat get a little bit more involved. You know, keep this going.
Sure.
That's part of the reason why we're only doing one a month, just so it doesn't get old. You don't run out of people. You know, keep
Right.
it fresh.
That's right.
Keep everybody involved. That's what it's about. I mean, the people.
Who
in
do
the
we
chat,
have after Cell? Nobody, right?
Nobody.
Oh, Russ, you're up.
Okay. Like I said, I'm here every week anyway until you have those. So yeah,
We
I'll
will.
double dip one month.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So we will pencil you in for.
Bet you do, AJ.
I got some good questions for you, Russ.
May 5th.
May
Cinco de
5th.
Mayo. We
If
need
I'm
to
still
party.
kicking, man, we'll do it.
Hey, all the questions have to be in Spanish.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
All right,
El
Jack.
Barrio ended up putting up his channel or his link.
Oh, did he?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Oh, I didn't see him. I didn't pay attention to it.
He's
I'll
on
just-
social media as well. You guys can find him on Facebook, TikTok, something like that.
I'll look him up on YouTube as soon as I leave out of here. El Barrio
He has a nice
Barbecue.
rig, though.
El Barrio for popping on. Yep.
What's this
NBL
full-
got it.
Oh, you got it up? Where at? NBL? Did I miss it somewhere?
Oh, there. No, let's check
That's
out
not it.
Google.
Nugan, that's his channel.
Let's see. El
I got it up. Do it again. Do it again, NBL.
Yeah, so
Barrio.
May 5th, we have Mr. Russ Jones. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of him or seen him, but
Yeah, I'm
He'll
anxious
be
to
our
meet
interview.
that dude. Sounds like he knows how to weld and stuff.
shit, we can even do your
Yeah,
do your
some channels.
DIY thing. We don't have to do barbecue. We can do DIY.
It ain't enough on there to even talk about. Yeah, it will be. I'm more excited about that right now than I am my old channel.
You want to?
If all that materializes that I was talking about earlier.
There you
there
go.
we go.
Thank you, NBL.
Thank
Okay,
you,
El
Bill.
Barrio. Cool. I can't click on it right now. I could copy and paste it, but I'll look it up.
Bubba Jones. Yeah, come in character.
Oh, Simon can be next after us.
4393.
And Guggen.
Yeah,
talk
let's
about
get
that
Guggen
Walmart
on
steak.
there.
Yeah, Google.
I got a few questions I want to ask him.
And then we can have a special and do the NBL. We can do the bat, right?
That'd be
Everybody wants to
cool
put a
to
face
get
on it.
to move into our chat people. That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool because a lot of these I've never seen on camera, like NBL, Bat.
Yeah,
Who else we got in here? Troy V.
Troy V.
It'd be cool to actually see and listen to them after sitting them in the chat for so long, you know.
Watch, we're going to start losing numbers now. All these guys are going to be disappearing, afraid they're going to be picked on.
They can always say no, you know,
There
or
you go.
I don't own a
Always say
camera,
no.
but
I'm ready. I don't know much about welders and freezers. All right, Google says he'll do it. So we got
Yeah.
people. We just started to scratch the surface.
Quentin Nelson, I'm banned. You're not banned.
Yeah, well,
Oh, I need to do my job. Security, secret identity.
secret identity. Yeah, that's right. You get to
Maybe
blow
we
your
can
covers.
get some prizes.
Yeah, blow your covers.
Speaking of freezers, my youngest son called me a few days ago and says, my freezer just went out. I said, what kind of freezer is it? Well, it's the freezer part of my refrigerator. I said, is the bottom still cooling? He goes, yeah, it's just the top part. I said, don't throw that away. Put it out in your garage. He already ordered a new one. It was being delivered. I said,
Yeah.
I'll fix it on video and then you can have one out in your garage. Oh, I'd like to have one in my garage. I said, well, don't get rid of it. We'll do it soon. Let me go over there and figure out what's wrong with it and turn it into a video.
Yeah.
So,
And if you want to come up on a panel, you don't have to chat. I'm referring to, because this will be, some of those guys, or most of these guys, first times ever being live on a panel. So, I mean, you don't have to stay up here the whole time. Just come up there and
Yeah.
You can do something like this. You can have your little thing and talk behind the camera, man. So
it
that'd
would
be-
be cool to see him because I don't think I've
that
ever
wouldn't
seen.
be fun. That
Yeah,
wouldn't
it
be
would
fun.
be. Actually, you ought to put them ahead of mine. Let mine go way later.
We tried
How
to
about
get
it, guys?
that
Are you guys
involved in the Goodfellas a year ago.
Yeah.
And it never happened. We wanted to bring these guys forward, and it never happened. Ron of Barbecue and Cooking, I thought for sure he was going to jump in the camera, because we pushed him to go out and show his face on his cooks and all that, and he started doing it. And you could tell he's more comfortable. And I thought for sure he'd come up on a live, and he did one night, but he was having so much trouble
Yeah.
with his internet that night that I don't know that he's going to do it.
I mean, there could be some guys in here that's on the witness program, the FBI witness program. They can't show their face, but I don't think so.
Funny.
So Troy's going to need a leather couch.
Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah,
All right,
that'd
guys.
Cool.
be
I mean,
a fun
step
show.
there. in
Yeah,
like
it would
10
be
minutes.
cool. I do it, but it's all stained. Huh. Stained of what?
All right, guys.
All right,
All right,
Russ,
guys. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you in the chat. Thank you, Russ,
Later,
Lance,
everybody.
Simon, and El Barrio for jumping on.
Yep. Same
See you
place, same
later.
time next Sunday. Don't forget Simon on Tuesday. And we also got Al Lunacy Barbecue. We got him on Tuesday. I don't think we're going to see RXTX anytime soon. I'm fairly certain of it, but I'll let that man talk about it when he wants to, or if he wants to. But I don't think you'll be seeing him Tuesday or Monday. But keep in touch. We'll see you Tuesday.
Hey, Loverboy, hold on real quick.
right.
See you guys later. Say something, Lance. Say bye.
Big things coming. Good night.
Come on. See you later.
See you later. Adios.